Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Hello everybody, welcome. I think I need to clear my throat first. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna clear my throat. I'm gonna go okay. Is that enough? Hello, evening. Hello. Okay, we go from the top. Hello, Nippy. Good morning. Hello, Gobabucks. Good morning. Hello, Sodas. Evening. How are you guys doing today? Doing locally. You know what? Oh wait, I'm grabbing weapon. Hold on. Okay, I got it. I went to reach over for a mug because I want to pour water into the mug. I feel old. Why? Why Soulless? What happened? I'm very eepy. Well, time to go back to no going back to eep. You have to work. It's the morning time. You have to drive to work. Morning, Briar. Hello, Chestnut. Welcome, Chestnut. How are you? Too sadly. Giving you the cold hard truth. Hearing some good old horror story. Ballet horror. You're listening to something else at the same time. You're like dual listening. Hold on, let me pour my water. Get in the mug. Okay, you can't really hear it being poured in the mug. I just want to pour it into the mug because I already had the mug here. So I don't want to because I have I put on lip balm and I don't want to touch the water bottle with the lip balm, so I put it in the mug. It's just one of those days for you old. Well, more reason to rest, more reason to kick back, relax, and don't do anything because you're tired. Good. Hello, Aiden. How are you doing today? Let me drink my water. Look, indeed, indubitably. Ooh, back my knuckles. Ooh. I think that's all my knuckles. Only have 2 knuckles apparently. How you guys doing today? Haven't seen you guys since Sunday? Technically, yes. Technically Sunday. I did do a Discord watch along of the amazing digital circus finale on Monday night, but I know a lot of you gotta work, couldn't join. So thank you for the ones who could join. I know it was very last minute, but I just kind of wanted to do it because spoilers will probably happen if I don't watch it as fast. Wildfire? There was a wildfire? Everything got cleaned up. Are you you okay though, right? I know Australia gets a lot of wildfire stuff. Because I went to Australia, I remember they have little warning signs. Briar. Hello, Jacob, stuff waifus. Welcome. Ooh. But I'm trying to crack my knuckles again, but it's not cracking again, of course, because I just cracked it. How we doing today? We're doing okay. I would usually say we're doing good, but no! Sorry. But no! You know why? Because I have a package and they just won't give me my package. I've been refreshing the goddamn tracking. It's in my city! Why is it in so it left the warehouse at 5 a.m. It's been in transit since 5 a.m. today. And I naively thought that it would be delivered today because the warehouse is not like in a different city. It's in the same city. All they just gotta do is bring it to the specific delivery branch. But no, it's been insurance, and I can't do anything about it. Yeah. I think it's because the package is really heavy, so they're probably like, we'll leave it in the truck. We're not gonna take it out until like we have to. It's but yeah, I mean that's not really like a big thing, but it's just a kind of funny thing to vent about. Nyam babadoo. Babadoo. I should. Oh yeah, that also reminds me. We have some new videos on the channel. So one of them is the Road to Empress video. Hello family, welcome. It's a big thing if they says it's out for the no, it's not out for delivery. It was just in transit. Which it since like 5 AM. Even until now. I checked earlier, it's still in transit. And keep in mind, like I said earlier, the warehouse is in the same city. So it's like, okay, that's fair. Yeah, it's just a small thing. Just funny to yap about. Hi, Briar. Hello, Chris. Welcome, Chris. I was gonna yap. Oh yeah, I was gonna talk about the 2 videos on the channel. So we got 2 new videos on the channel. So one is the Road to Empress one, which is I guess I released it kind of like not really at a good moment. It's just that apparently the second game just came out, and I was like, oh, I gotta finish that video fast, and I managed to finish it. And that's public now. It was for members only for like a week. And then I did 5 hours of silence being occasionally broken by goober noises. Because I was watching my friend Althea's stream, and then she was doing like a reaction type thing where chat could submit videos, and then they asked her like, can you play the 5 hours of silence being occasionally broken by metal pipe? And then she played it while watching videos, so sometimes the pipe jump scare her. So I thought, you know what? That sounds like a funny idea. I'm gonna do a funny video with like 5 hours of silence being occasionally broken by goober noises. And then so I made the video. It has no ads on it, so it's just like literally just for beeps. Also because I think if you like listen halfway, you probably get jump scared by ads. Not exactly. Bossy, what happened to me today? What wildfire? Why do we friend have like my friend in the hospital and check on birds found something was your grave. So there wasn't a wildfire. It's just that your day was a wildfire? Is that what you're trying to say? Hello, Brando. Hello, Lucas. Welcome. I was just talking about the 5 hours of silence video. So the 5 hours of silence video, I put it up. I did not expect you guys to be so to be so not really enthusiastic, but I didn't expect you guys to go and timestamp it. So Eric went and timestamped all the sounds. So you can listen to all the sounds if you want to. You don't have to actually like get jump scared in a 5 hour period. But yeah, it's just a funny little video. And the another funny thing is, after I put up that video, actually no, it wasn't really after I put up that video, but a couple hours ago, checked my channel, I lost 2 subscribers. Which is like I'm like, I blame the video. No, I'm kidding. But it's just kind of funny. I do check the subscriber count. It does go up and down a lot. So I'm just gonna blame the video. Two subscribers did not like the goober noises. Yeah. Oh, I hope is your day better now at least, Aiden? You doing good, at least? Even though you said you did have a good day? I was working, but I would probably went through at timestamp 2 while Minecrafting. Oh, have you been on the server? I haven't checked if you logged on. Because you got the web access to the web server, the member Minecraft server. I followed the bullets past. Oh no! It hurt me and my friend kinda had huge argument. Oh no! At least it's only one bullet, even though I know that's also kind of bad. But I hope it get better. I mean, if you have argument with your friend, you'll talk things out eventually. Morning, folks. Morning, Briar. Hello, TA. Welcome, TA. When it comes to subscribers, we are really close to 4K. We are. Haven't been doing much this past couple of weeks. I have like work to do, but I haven't done it. So I'm in that stagnant state where I do nothing instead of actually doing what I need to do. Hello, stubborn. Welcome. That sounds really bad. Yeah, I hope we're doing good. What's the title? Mr. The is Mordered. At first, thought you were gonna play Fight or something. No, it's just the way I sense some murder. Hello, Eric. Welcome, Eric. Eric, the one who did all the Goober noise timestamp. As usual, you and your friend can move past it. Yeah. Hopefully, friendship prevail. Okay, I'm boot up the game. So today is it's reading stream again, so I'm gonna finish reading the Yandere game. I'm sure we'll be fine. I'm sure we're not gonna get moided again by our Yandere girlfriends. I'll try and finish it today. I actually kind of want to finish it last time we read it, but then we had the Nintendo Direct, and then I just hopped onto Discord, and then I did and I watched the Nintendo Direct on Discord. Why did I do it at 2 in the morning? Did you get enough sleep then? After the fact? Okay, hold up. I'm booting up the game. Oh, let me push the chair in. No. Go eep! Eep now if you're eepy. You can put the volume real low on the stream and go eep. Because I'm gonna read anyway. Okay, hold up. How do I do things on my OBS? Oh, it's so loud, I just realized. Because I did not have my usual volume settings. It's 30 degrees Celsius here. It's so hot. The world is burning. Yes, the world is burning. Okay, hold up. Okay, I don't need that. I need this. Okay, that's the one. And I turn this on. And oh, it's already saved. Yippee-ki-yay, cabos! Alright, we're gonna read the Yandere type. The Yandere Yuri visual novel. I'm like Giganto. To make sure that I don't like hit the ceiling. They're prognosing 36 Celsius on Sunday. I'm scared, but at least it's Sunday. Oh yeah, that's probably really warm for Poland. 36 Celsius. That's almost the human internal temperature. Glasses, thank you for glasses. France as it was with 40 Celsius in big place. Oof. I've been to France. I went to Paris. But it was like not in summer. It was like almost summer. So when I went, it was cold. It was like somewhat cold. But I remember they probably did have AC. I went to Italy as well. That was hot. Like the next week, I went to Italy. That was hot. That was very warm. Bifocal glasses. 32 Celsius in England, and with humidity it sucks. Yeah, cause you guys like aren't equipped for like warm weather as well. So that's why a lot of people get like a lot of the elderly get heated up and perish. We fixed it in the dead. That's why. Oh, you fixed it with your friend. Okay, that's good. But rest in peace. Yeah, rest in peace. It's really sad with pets perishing. I watched a I don't want to talk about. I don't want to talk about it. Sorry, not what you're talking about, but the thing I was thinking of. Good morning, hello, Valentine's and welcome. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. There is no AC here. A house is keeping it. Yes, you guys are. The houses are built in warm weather. Is it the humidity in Italy? Yes, it was really hot. Yes, I remember it was so hot, and then I was like dying, and then I go into the one air-conditioned ball in the city, and then it was still warm. We are suffering. I hope you stay cool. Maybe dip yourself in water. I was born to function in dark forest. We are in the noisy part of the world. Time to look into one. Okay. Let me load the thing. Okay, so the last time we were here, I think we accepted our fate and died because so basically the first time we went to a castle, our girlfriend ate like chomped our neck and was like, eating people makes me feel closer to them. And then we got a gravedigger girlfriend, and the gravedigger was like, oh, you gonna die eventually anyway, and now we're in the grave. So okay, so we click fight against our fate, and then we're going to go to the next area, which is gonna be a beach, I think, if I recall correctly. Like, how do I talk again? How do I do reading voice? I'm reading voice. Are you not happy with the fate? Blah. Are you not happy with the hand that fate has dealt you? Very well, I cannot blame you. It is quite a grim ending. I would not wish it upon my worst enemy, and you are rather dearer to me than that. Wait, I want to check something real quick. Okay, no, we're good. At least Bastion did good about a greenery. Oh yeah, you didn't get some shade. Now, why don't we give this another go? Just try not to be buried alive this time. I can only endure so much of your screaming. Your fate is, once again, in your hands. Now I wonder, which path will you take? But there's only one, there's just yeah, go to the beach, go to the shore. More than one flavor, more than one flavor. All types of yanderes. So you want to go to the shore? Good idea. The narrator is kind of a sadist. Yeah, I think, yeah, it seems like the narrator is like a person from our past. What will you discover there, I wonder? This night is far from over, and there are any number of adventures still awaiting you. I hope that you have prepared yourself in advance, and I do hope, for your sake, that you have learned how to swim. I have a sneaking suspicion that this skill might come in handy. Excuse me? Am I gonna drown already? Funny, you crazy beach girl. You follow the path which leads to the shore, supporting yourself on weary, aching limbs which feel ready to snap at the knee beneath the burden of your weight. Need to read better. You are little more than a wisp of a girl, but you have been running for so very long, and your feet are so very numb. You feel like a great lumbering thing. You need to lie down, and quickly. You only hope, as you continue to run, that you will find a means to escape your current predicament by the shore. Are they calling you fat? No, they're calling me real skinny, like. I just got up, so you say fresh peas, pretty. Thank you. Why am I thanking you? I'm glad it kind of helped Aiden. I know edibles, but we get very close to our edibles. Okay. You do not know what awaits you, but you have visions of a harbor extending out to the horizon, cradling a fleet of white-sailed fishing vessels. Actually, that reminds me. Let me check one thing real quickly. Splickety, wickety, wackety. Oh, there we go. That might help. Did I read this? No, I did not. Surely there will be a kindly fisherman who will be willing to take you far, far away on his boat to a place where your pursuer will not be able to find you. You can imagine, too, the face of this kindly fisherman, a face you have lifted from the fairy tales you read in abundance as a small child. He will have thick, bushy eyebrows and a dark brown beard streaked through with gray. This is the first time we're thinking about a male character coming to not really entertain us, but like as a where we seek refuge from. He will look intimidating at a glance, but he will be fiercely protective of you, just like a father. You do not know what fathers are supposed to be like. You are only imagining. It is your imagination, however, which grants you the strength needed to keep going. Okay, so the first one of them we were thinking like there would be a lady, and we were like, a mom sucks, and now it's like a dad, and I'm like, well, our dad sucks. And then the other one was a princess. You run to the shore. It takes some time before you finally emerge from the woods, but finally you do it. You're about to say cheer me up a bit. Well, I hope you well not. Well, I hope you give all the birds all the hugs. Wait, can you hug birds? I guess you could do it very lightly. Maybe you pet them. How much time, you ask? I cannot answer that. Did I not say that time had begun to lose all its meaning? That's the third time she said this. I think it's also a lady behind the narrator, considering this is a Yuri game. The forest is behind you now, at least, and all the awful nightmares that lurk within it. It is still cold, though, and still foggy. And it is still dark, too. The sun has yet to rise. It's the moon! You can see the moon more clearly now as it hangs above your head, round as any pearl or orb or crystal ball. The moonlight shines down upon the vertiginous cliffs. Dictionary.com. Okay. Causing or experiencing the feeling that everything is spinning around. Or like you look at it and you think it's like dizzying, I guess. Hello, Opala. Welcome. Okay, the moonlight shines down upon the vertiginous cliffs, which plummet sharply downwards to an array of sharp, spiky rocks below. You felt, upon escaping the woods, a degree of hope, but the sight of these weather-blasted cliffs give you pause. You inhale. Then you frown. Now what are you to do? You did not think this plan of yours through very well. Not that you had much in the way of a plan in the first place. There is little in the way of civilization here. The cliffs are far from the village. How far, you do not know, and you cannot see any houses. Where exactly will you rest your weary head, and what of your weary legs? They got fancy words, they do got fancy words. Fitfully, you look around. There is nobody to your east, nor is there anybody to your west. There is no point in looking south, that is the way you came, and when you look to the north, the world falls away from you. The cliffs are too steep to scale, and it is too dark. Naturally, there is not a soul here to help you. You are on your own. You feel so overwhelmed you could very well cry. You do not cry, however. You know that tears have never helped anyone. You got yourself into this mess. Now you need to get yourself out of it. It is with this thought in mind that you inhale a lungful of salty, oceanic air. Then you begin your exploration in earnest. You keep away from the edge of the cliffs, afraid that you might slip and take a sudden, unfortunate tumble into the abyss below. You are not as attached to your mortal body as some humans are, but you do not want to die. You still care for yourself, if only a little. And it is this sense of self-preservation which compels you onwards. You glance this way and that, depressing the tall grass beneath your shoes, as you search for a place of shelter. Surely there must be somewhere. You cannot see any likely-looking settlements, but what is that over yonder? Oh, what's over there? Could that be a roof? You will hurry onwards, hope budding anew in your heart, until at long last you reach your destination. Over yonder? Oh my God, that's a pun! Yippee. There is a house after all, out there in the wilds, though it doesn't, at a glance, look very welcoming. The solitary house that you have discovered, not so far from the cliffs, is rather unremarkable. Oh no, the stealth bunk! It is so small and squat, you cannot imagine it contains within it more than one floor. Only one floor. You cannot even imagine that it contains much more than one room. Though it is dark, it is not dark enough to mask that the cottage has something of a slant to it. It is leaning listlessly to one side, like a drunken sailor. The thatched roof, meanwhile, which tops this dwelling, has certainly seen better days. There is a hole in the thatch. There are several holes, in fact, and parts of it look particularly bare, almost bald. That is rather concerning. Hello, Mississippi Gonzo. Welcome. How you doing, Mississippi Gonzo? Should it rain, you will not be properly protected from the elements. Can you really stay in the night in such a place? I'm doing good. Yippee! Hope that continues. You have some misgivings, but do your misgivings matter really when there is nowhere else to go? It is not as though you have any other options. It is with a sense of defeat, therefore, that you approach the cottage, which sticks out of the earth like a tombstone. Part of you wants to turn back, but you know that will be foolish. The windows of the cottage are dark, but that does not necessarily mean it is empty. It is rather late at night after all. Whoever lives here, if indeed anybody does live here, might be asleep. You cannot imagine the owners of this cottage will appreciate being roused so very late at night. You cannot let yourself worry too much about these small details, however. Otherwise, you will never get anywhere. You swallow. The taste of the salty sea breeze is pungent in the back of your nostrils. Then you rap the knuckles of your right fist on the door. You rap quietly at first, but you do not hear any resultant shuffling inside the cottage. Go back to work. Okie dokie, have a good week. Perhaps you did not use enough strength. Emboldened, you rapped your knuckles on the door for a second time, more loudly this time. You wait a few moments, but still, you cannot hear anything. Perhaps the cottage is unoccupied after all. You knock for a third time, then wait. The third time is, as they say, the charm. But, for all that, your knocking goes unanswered. Well, nobody can say that you did not try. More intrigued now than anxious, your fingers find the handle of the door. You pull it down, and to your surprise, it yields easily. The door swings back for you, as if by magic. It feels almost as if this was preordained. You step foot inside the cottage, which is very dark, and glance around. It is hard to see, given the lateness of the hour, but the cottage's interior is about as inspiring as its exterior, which is to say, not very. It is every bit as small and as cramped as you fancied when you observed it from the outside. There are a few cupboards which line the walls, a wood fire which has since been extinguished, and a straw pallet on the floor, which must function as a bed. Your search is unsuccessful, however, when it comes to trying to locate other humans. You cannot find another soul. Surely, that is to your benefit though. If nobody else lives here, then you might as well make yourself at home. Or, as at home as one can be, I suppose, in a small, cramped cottage such as this, with holes in the roof. You close the door behind you, then approach the straw pallet. All of a sudden, you feel incredibly weary. The tiredness that assails your limbs is absolute, so intense it overcomes the last of your concerns. You settle down upon the straw pallet, yawning as you do. It is not comfortable, but being able to lie down eases some of your aches and pains. Lying down, even on an uncomfortable makeshift bed such as this one, is better than standing. It is far, far better than running. Your eyelids fall shut, your lashes melting together, and soothed by the sounds of the wind and by your trumpet. Hello, by your trumpet. Good evening. Sorry, I had to brain for a bit. My brain got shut off. Hello. You forgive the Bible. You're gonna have a good eve. Sorry to interrupt. No, it's okay. I'm gonna take the time and drink some water. Said an uwu. Yes, it does. It does do it uwu when in place. The uwu. It only does uwu. I think some other stuff does. There's two actually. There's uwu, which is the gift bag, but I think I'm not sure if the super chat does something different. But what of them do? Oh my god! It's Althea! Welcome Althea. I will do Althea, but uwu. Hello? Hello, Althea! Welcome, Althea! I can't do that too often. Sleep well. Have a good eeps. We're gonna have cup reading. Howdy, Briar. Hello, Sheriff Pumpkin. Me howdy. Althea. Hello, better. Hello, okay, so I'm just gonna say, Derek game. We just arrived on a beach. We entered a cottage. Nobody inside. We finders keepers. Cottage is ours now. That's basically it. Night, everybody. Alright, have a good eeps, my trumpet. Have a good eeps. Okay, but hold on. But my foot has a pins and needles. Gotta stop my foot. Why do you have pins and needles? I wonder if this cottage is the cheese. That's another pun! Yippee puns. Not actually yippee. Hold on, I'm gonna drink my water. Maybe I'll put my water on this side. Oh my god, the dab emote. Maybe I should switch some of my emotes. So like some newer ones. I hate it when my body does that preaching. Yeah, it's like I can move my foot, but it feels like it has needles in the bottom. Like it's not like fully numb. It's just like a bit of needle feeling. Alright, back to reading. Okay. and soothed by the sounds of the wind and the distant rolling of the waves, you fall asleep. Each falling asleep just like the character. Then you begin to dream. It is not uncommon, of course, to dream. The best and the worst of us do it, from queens in their castles to peasants sleeping in the straw. I'm Briar. Hello, Trademark. Welcome. We just read 𝒖𝒏𝒂𝒕 in the visual novel. You just want to Ange? It does kind of feel like Ange. Why, who is to say that all you have observed tonight has not, in a sense, been a dream of its own? Would that make your nighttime fancies, then, a dream inside a dream? Inception? Perhaps our dreams are empty, hollow things stacked inside one another, like little wooden dolls. Matryoshka! Is that not a whimsical thought? How very droll. Your dreams, however, cannot be called whimsical, and neither are they particularly droll. They are not pure fabrications, as dreams sometimes are, fleeting fancies which can never come to pass. Your dreams are of a rather more pernicious sort. Okay, hold on. Dictionary talk of pernicious. What does that mean? I'm so lonely. I will Briar could make me even feel depressed. Wait, you want me to make you more depressed? Is that what you're asking? Hello, Kuluna. Welcome. Pretentious dialogue. I think it does get a little bit over fancy sometimes in this visual novel. But most of the time I feel it does like set the tone. Pernicious, having a very harmful effect or influence. Example, the cuts in government funding have had a pernicious effect on local health services. Also like detrimental, basically, just mean like detrimental. Your dreams are of a rather more pernicious sort. In your dreams, you are at the conservatoire, with your red hair tied back into two prim, proper braids. Fake characters supposed to have red hair, by the way. I edited the picture. Her bacon Briar color hair in the thumbnail. You are walking through the courtyard, clutching your books to your chest as you make your way to the library. Also, the logo is supposed to not be blue, it's supposed to be red. Your head is bowed so as not to look at the faces of your passing classmates. Some writers forget some readers don't use those non-casual words, debauchery, for example. That is true. I think it depends on like the setting. If like the setting is kind of fancy like this one, which like fantastical and mysterious, I think it's okay to be more flowery. It's just that they use a few words that even I go like, who? I've never seen this word. And I'm not against it because it's always good to learn new words as well. It's just that it's still make me kind of have to like check it up. Even though sometimes I don't check it up and I just like glean the meaning of words. Debauchery got popular as best gaming. What's it in Sky? I don't remember. Okay, you do not want to meet their eyes. These girls with their sensible braids and their sensible shoes are merciless. You hunch your shoulders together in this dream of yours so as not to draw their attention. But alas, it is not enough. You stumble, clumsy thing that you are, and you fall. And just like that, all eyes are upon you. Ooh, so that what you beat. I'm probably not going to use it. That's fair. At least you got her experience. You would, I suppose. But yeah, if the story is like more modern and more casual setting, then flowery words would not be suitable. But for this one, I think it's like acceptable. Like it sets the mood. They are staring at you. They are laughing at you. You lay there on the ground by the fountain, your books scattered and your skirt in a woeful state of disarray. Your knee hurts. Is it bleeding? You examine your injured leg, trying not to cry, and as this transpires, you hear a voice. One of your classmates is calling out to you. She has acknowledged you. You look up shyly, tears beating in your eyes, at a girl taller than you, and prettier, and much more refined. She extends her hand towards you. Does she mean to help you? It cannot hurt to try, can it? Hesitantly, you reach out to accept her offered aid. Her fingers curl around yours tightly, perhaps too tightly. Her nails dig into your skin. It hurts. Deftly, the girl pulls you to your feet. Your legs feel weak from your fall, and your knee is still aching, still bleeding. You stumble, feeling out of sorts, but you are not afforded much of an opportunity to gather your bearings. The girl's hands are on your shoulders. She's laughing at you. Then she is pushing you. The sound of the fountain and the running water which drums against its basin is, all of a sudden, very loud. It is overwhelming. It surrounds you. Then it engulfs you. It is cold as ice. You cannot breathe. The rushing of the water continues, echoing in your eardrums over and over, and then... No, you do not want to remember this. What good will it do? It is in the past, where the past ought to remain. You are never going to go back, not even in your dreams. It is this determination which forces you back into the world of the waking with a start. You gasp like a fish as you sit upright, your eyes unnaturally wide. You feel wearied from a lack of sleep, and with half-lidded eyes you glance about. It is so dark inside your cottage, the sky visible from beyond the windows splashed still with stars. How long were you asleep? You are not sure. Your dream was so very detailed, it really did feel that you had been transported into a different time, into a different place. When you inhale, you can taste rank, fetid. That's pronounced fetid, right? Water in you. Fetid. Yeah. Hold on. Yeah, it is fetid. When you inhale, you can taste rank, fetid water in your mouth. Oh, you read 𝑪𝒉𝒂𝒕 𝑹𝒖𝒍𝒆𝒔. I'm trying to remember how masses go, but I haven't been to church in. When was the last time I went to church? I don't remember. Tentatively, you pat yourself down, your fingers trailing against the front of your uniform. So vivid was your dream, you half expect to find that your clothes are damp. This is not the case, however. You are, in fact, perfectly dry. Well, now what are you to do? Will you go back to sleep? There's a Bible verse about not letting women lead in. That's ironic. That sounds like the best option available to you. You are very tired, but your senses feel too overwrought, all of a sudden, for sleep. You do not think you could bear it. On unsteady legs, you rise to your feet, then stand by the window. You look out to the starry sky and to the pitted moon which hangs amongst them, and you frown. I think we just called the moon ugly. You can hear the wind outdoors, howling like an injured animal, and more softly, the ebb and flow of the waves as they meet the cliffs. But that is not all. What is that sound? Why, it is almost like singing. Under the sea. The voice is far away enough that you cannot pick out any individual words, nor even the individual syllables, but there is a haunting quality to it all. The singer, whoever they are, possesses quite the pretty voice, high and clear like a bell. The song is a melancholy one which stirs your heart. Curiosity takes root inside you, as it did during that fateful day you found that book in the library. Logically, you should not go outdoors to seek the source of that singing, but emotionally, that is another matter altogether. You really should have learnt your lesson by now. You should know better than to go sticking your nose into business which does not concern you. But naughty little girls such as you never do learn. You cross the old fisherman's cottage as though in a dream, then reach for the handle of the door. What? Is that lyric supposed to match the Under the Sea tune? The handle depresses easily enough beneath your grasping fingers, and the door opens with a click. The rest of the world yawns before you, framed in the doorway, all of it bathed in moonlight. You thought it was cold inside the old cottage, but it is colder still now that the door is open. An unpleasant wind rushes forth to meet you, knifing mercilessly through the fabric of your uniform. You look across the cold, inhospitable landscape, your fingers clenched into fists at your sides. And then you step out into the unknown. You canvass the cliff face, led by nothing more than that luxurious singing. So haunting and ethereal is his voice as it hangs on the breeze, it would be enough to send 1,000 ships off to war. You keep walking into the night until you reach the very edge of the cliffs, where they drop downwards into empty air. You ought not to go any further, but the voice has yet to cease. You can still hear it, echoing inside your head. It compels you to act. You look down at the shore, which seems like a dizzying distance away, then out to the ocean, which is breaking against the scattered rocks below. Your eyes narrow with determination. Then you take a step towards the cliff. These cliffs are steep and the rocks below them are sharp. You can see them glinting in the darkness. Their tips jagged like the teeth of hungry predators. The cold wind blows, rocking your hair, and you shudder from it. Your shoes were not built for scaling cliffs, and your heels do not have much in the way of purchase, particularly not when the cliffs are so steep. Clinging to the cliffs is no small feat, yet you are determined to ease yourself down onto the shore, in one piece, preferably. In one piece. I read it like the anime title, but it should be like in one piece. The wind is so powerful, it feels as though there is something deliberately malicious to it. You wonder, during your descent, if it means to knock you off your perch on purpose, to cast you down to the rocks below. Well, if that is what it wants, then you refuse to give it the satisfaction. You can be awfully stubborn at times, and I was one of them. You continue to climb. How long have you been at it now? Until, at long last, your feet meet the shoreline below. You have made it, and you did not sustain too many injuries. Your palms are throbbing, yes, after gripping those rocks, and you might have had a few cuts. But your wounds are of a shallow and superficial sort. We just climbed down the cliffs. Zoro is we're lost. Things could have been worse. You flex your fingers. They feel uncomfortably numb and cold alongside it. Your skin is prickling, but at least you can still feel discomfort. Hello, Auntie. Welcome, shark lover. What? Wait, I called you Kobo last time, I think, when you came in. Welcome, Kobo. Welcome for existing. Wait. Welcome to existing. Wait. Thank you for existing. Welcome. Rocks got burst by the grippings. At least it is still attached to your bones, where it ought to be. Your vital organs concealed within the hull cavity of your body. Oh, by the way, we climbed down cliff because we at beach. We listened to pretty lady sing song. So now we're going towards song. You have a lot to be thankful for. This night has, by and large, been quite successful. There are no longer any obstacles between you and the mysterious voice which lulled you outdoors. Now you must find them. You set off down the shore on the hunt of the singing voice which has captivated you so. You sidestep sharp, jagged rocks which jut out of the sand like teeth. Probably. The rocks which cannot be circumnavigated, meanwhile, you clamber over. All the while, the sound of the sea mingles with that of the singing. It provides an ethereal, haunting backdrop to your exploration, one which further adds to the surreality. I guess so. It's surrealism, so surreality. It feels a bit weird though. Which further adds to the surreality of your moonlight stroll. The waves lap against the shore, then recede shyly, pushed and pulled by the bleached white moon which hangs overhead. Is it live action or 2D? Baby, it's not even air. Why means one of the sisters? The oceans that you have seen in your library books were all blue as sapphires, but this ocean is different. It is so late at night, it looks black instead. The undulating surface of the water reminds you of a mirror, though its depths are even deeper and much more mysterious. A sense of foreboding settles upon you, but you try to squash it. You will not let yourself be afraid. It is a boy bathe! You round a corner, your feet unsteady in their sensible brown shoes, and then, at long last, you see her. There is a woman sitting upon a rock out in the ocean. The woman's eyes are closed and her lips are parted, her expression soulful. She is singing. Her hair, which is fair, flutters around her face like a shroud, which adds to her otherworldly aura. Her eyes might be closed, but her lashes are long and luxuriant like a doll's. Her lips, meanwhile, which are parted in song, are soft like the freshly plucked petals of a flower. Her face is perfect, as are her proportions. Is that that's the second thing we notice. It's like, oh, her face is pretty, but her proportions though. Her neck is tall and slender, like the stem of a flower. As for the lower half of her body, meanwhile, well, it is nothing like anything you have ever seen before. It is here, and here alone, that the woman betrays your narrow human definitions of beauty, for her legs are non-existent. Rather than two awkward appendages, this woman has instead the sleek, shimmering tail of a fish. It's a good thing she's not reverse mermaid. Is she not, then, a human? She cannot be, not with a tail like that. This unusual sight makes you gasp, and quite audibly at that. You do not mean to be rude, but you cannot help yourself. Humans tend to react poorly to things they do not understand. At least you do not scream. That would be even ruder. I gotta do her voice. I was gonna do like a soft voice, but she didn't say like her voice is high and clear. No, that's not her. That's her Mickey Mouse voice. Drink some water. I guess it could still be kind of gentle, like. Oh my. No, that's still kind of like Mickey Mouse. Oh my. Oh my. Oh my God. Oh. I can't do voices. Okay. Hold on. Brain needs to activate real quick. Maybe like, oh, aha. Right. Oh my. Oh but no. Oh but oh my. Soft voice. I guess I can still do soft voice. Oh my. Oh my god. No. My brain is dead. Okay. I feel like I need more words to work with. Oh my. That still sounds the same as the narration. You meant to observe the mermaid from a distance, but it would appear that your shocked gasp was loud enough to attract her attention. The fish-tailed vision sitting upon the rock is looking at you. Her gaze is so piercing, it feels almost as if she's looking through you. Your heart seems to stop inside your chest, as if by some manner of magical spell. You thought the mermaid pretty when you first observed her, sitting on that outcrop of rock, her face turned in profile. Now she's looking at you, however, you can see that you were mistaken. She's not just pretty, she's beautiful. So much so, it is almost unnerving. She looks as though she has stepped out of the pages of a picture book. She is simply too perfect to belong to this world. Perhaps she is some kind of vision, a waking dream, a hallucination. But no, she is none of those things. Her tail might be an impossible thing, but its scales look slick and wet regardless, like those of any fishes one might find at the market. What if a pretty face is hallucinations? Maybe she's not pretty at all. I've played what's MGQ? These scales are iridescent and bathed beneath the light of the moon. They seem almost to glow. The sight of her rather takes your breath away. You look at the mermaid. She looks back at you. You prepare yourself, expecting some sort of altercation. But the surprise soon fades from the mermaid's face. Her lips, which once were pursed in a frown, now shift upwards. She's smiling. Then she says, in a refined sort of a voice. A refined voice? A refined voice? This is the exact same intro when you met the princesses. Yes! Princess. Because they do use some same lines word for word, such as when she's running through the forest, they're always like, Topper's reading list, and then when they meet the ladies, it's like, she's so beautiful instead of pretty. There's a little bit of repetition here and there. I'm not too sure if it's like a visual novel thing, or if it's more like a hammering home type thing. It could be both actually. Okay, how do we... Okay, refined... How is a refined voice? I guess I can do like a princessy type voice. Not for the princess. The princess we did like a really upbeat kind of voice for the princess. But I guess this can be more like Frenchy voice. Okay, let me try. Adjusting my chair. Okay. Let me start from the top real quick. Okay, then she says in a refined sort of a voice, My, it really is good to see a human again, particularly a human girl. Okay, I don't know what voice that is, but it came out, so we're doing it. I was beginning to fear that your kind had all disappeared, and I would no longer have anybody left to tell me of the world above the waters. I guess like a breathy type of voice I'm doing. My, this is quite the effusive greeting. The mermaid's introductory speech is positively brimming with excitement of a sweet, girlish variety. She is rather more amicable than the fine polish of her syllables would make one suggest. You might be a well-bred lady yourself with an accent to match, but you cannot help but feel overwhelmed. Breathe in, I breathe out. Anxiously, you observe the mermaid, and you ask her what she means. What happened? As to that, I am afraid I cannot say. No, that's not work. That's not the country voice is coming out. I've been sitting on these rocks and singing for many, many nights, but nobody has come to see me. There have been no lovely humans for me to play with. I was beginning to wonder whether your kind had disappeared altogether. It's not working. It's not working. I guess it's just gonna be like more like a fancy voice. Hello, Briar. Hello, 𝑰𝒏𝒂𝒕. Welcome. We just met our new girlfriend. She's a mermaid, and I'm struggling with her voice. Welcome. I feared some manner of calamity had occurred while I was slumbering beneath the water surface, and your kind had been eradicated. You shuddered, then reassured the mermaid to the contrary. It's like sexy, but you have sexy teeth. I guess so. Yes, I can't do that kind of voice. You do not know about the humans that you used to speak with, but you at least have not been eradicated. You are still here. Yes, well, I can see that. The mermaid answers with a light laugh. It really is a relief. My fellow mer people who live beneath the water told me not to worry so, but I could not help myself. I have always been fond of you humans. It was rather sobering. Sitting here night after night, all on my own. I get so lonely here. Title drop again. Now that is an interesting turn of phrase. It catches inside your head like a burr. Have you heard it before? So, dear human, did you say that you are unfamiliar with these parts? Hesitantly, you examine the mermaid. Thoughtless though you might be, at times you are not so very self-centered that you cannot detect the note of longing in the mermaid's voice. It is evident, as she looks at you, that she is hoping for a particular answer to her query. This answer, alas, is not one that you can furnish her with. You do not want to lie to her. It is after some hesitation, therefore, that you reaffirm your earlier words, though this time you embellish them. You tell the mermaid that you are a traveler from a far-off land, one which is very dissimilar to this one. It is not a complete fabrication. You tell her that you have only just arrived by the shore, and you are unfamiliar both with your immediate surroundings and those further afield. If there is a village nearby, that you have never set foot in it, you do not know what this village is like, nor how many inhabitants it boasts. You do not know if a calamity, as the mermaid grimly supposed, has struck this land. But if she fears all the humans within the immediate vicinity have been laid low by some mysterious malady, then she needn't worry overly on that score. You are still alive. Are you not, you wonder, enough to satiate her curiosity with the human realm? Yes, that is true. You are here. I'm grateful, naturally, for your company, although... The accent is everywhere. The country is coming out. Although... Wistfully, the mermaid sighs. I was rather hoping you might be able to bring me some news of the nearby village and of its inhabitants. This makes you wonder. Was there a particular person from this village she was close to? So you were able to work that much out, the mermaid answers, with a small smile. You are an intelligent one, aren't you? Your past professors would beg to differ on that score. You were always awful when it came to academics, mathematics in particular. 1 + 1 is 2. You could never get your head around all of the numbers. Your stern, stony-faced maths professor used to despair in you, but she's not here. None of them are here. It is just you now, and the mermaid, and she does not need to know about your dismal academic record. You allow yourself a small smile, touched by her compliment, and tell her that it was nothing more than a lucky guess. For I guess it was remarkably accurate. You are quite right. I did have a close friend from the nearby village. She was very dear to me. Internally, you'll congratulate yourself on this piece of detective work. How very clever you are. There are many humans in this world, of that I know. The human who spoke with me, however, was special. She was my human. You do not fail to catch the possessive note in the mermaid's voice. And I cherished her dearly. She would come to me on my rock late at night when she was finished with her chores, and we would talk. I asked her a good number of questions about the human realm and about her customs. I fear my endless inquiries must have been rather tedious, but she was always happy to indulge me. She never once scolded me for my ignorance, and neither did she make me feel like a fool. She always made time for me, no matter how many demands she had on her time. Let me drink. Take a deeper breath. She was a farmer's daughter, and she was awfully busy from dawn until dusk, threshing hay and taking the animals out to pasture. She told me of her work, and I marveled at her. Slender though she was, she possessed a truly tremendous amount of strength. I, who have lived in the ocean all of my life, cannot countenance working as hard as though she... Did we repeat that? Hold on. I, who have lived in the ocean all of my life, cannot countenance working as hard as she did, but she bore her burdens without complaining. Sorry. Language a bit difficult to bring there. She was not the prettiest human who has walked the earth, but that mattered not to me. Her conversation was engaging, and I knew through our continued encounters that she meant no ill will. She did not have even a single drop of malice in her heart. The wistful manner in which the mermaid speaks of her friend makes you feel, for a few brief moments, a flicker of some ugly, primordial emotion. She bet dog, oh well! Could it be jealousy? It is painful, isn't it, to hear others wax poetic about those they hold dear, particularly when you yourself have never been regarded in so intimate a manner. You have, for many, many years, been woefully alone, but you are not alone now. You are with the same... You are with the... I can't read. You are with the mermaid, and she is with you, and though she might prefer to be in the company of an industrious farmhand, the farmhand is not here. Where did she go? God, did I joke? Sorry. Only if I knew. But she quite simply disappeared one day, almost as if she has been whisked away by a wicked spirit. That seems like quite the anticlimactic ending for such a close relationship. Did the farmhand not tell her companion beforehand that she might one day disappear? No, she did not. Nothing of the sort happened. It was all very sudden. So you ask, feeling affronted upon the mermaid's behalf, did she not give you any warning? Not a single one. And when did you ask, did she disappear? I do not know, in truth. Time's a strange concept to beings such as myself, particularly as it seems to ebb and flow differently, both above and below the surface. You humans have a strange compulsion to pin down and to place labels upon everything. You have names for your seasons, and for your months, and even for your days of the week. It is all very precise. We merfolk, however, do not bother with such affairs, perhaps because we live for so much longer than you humans do. We have no need to obsessively document our days, not when we have so many of them at our disposal. This curious remark catches your attention. How long exactly? Do mermaids differ? The mermaid does not look much older than you do, but you cannot help but wonder. My, nosy, aren't we? The mermaid asks, and she laughs, a soft tinkling sound like that of a bell, which makes you blush. Were you being nosy? Perhaps you were. You have always had a thirst for knowledge, not of the dry, dusty, academic variety, but of stories peopled with strange persons. Stories peopled with strange persons. Yeah, that is correct. It's just a little odd. Literature was the only subject you were ever good at. Again, it is hard for me to quantify, but to put it in terms a human like you can understand, I suppose we mermaids can live for centuries. Centuries? 300-year-old fish here probably is 300 years old. That is quite the surprise, but perhaps it shouldn't be. You have been subjected to any number of surprises tonight. What is one more to add to the pile? I have not been waiting quite that long, however, for my friend to return to me. I think it has been but a few seasons. It might not sound like much, but never before have I been so aware of the passage of time. I've experienced any number of wants during my life, but I have never wanted anything quite as badly as I want to see her. I wish she would sit with me and she would talk to me just one more time. But perhaps I'm asking for an impossibility. I've been waiting for long enough now to presume that she will not be returning to me. I fear that something must have happened to her, or to her family, or perhaps to her whole village. You can hear the worry throbbing in the mermaid's voice, so potent that for a few moments you swear you can feel the depths of her sorrow within your own breast. Her sadness over this human girl is a deep, dark thing, almost fathomless. You cannot let yourself indulge it for too long, otherwise you fear you might drown in it. Ruefully you tell the mermaid once more that you cannot help her. You are only a traveler after all. What do you know of a single, insignificant farmhand in a nearby village? Yes, I thought you might say that. It is quite unfortunate, but oh well. I ought not to reflect upon all that I am missing. That would be churlish of me, and it would not be fair to you either. You did not approach me, I am sure, with the hope of hearing about all of my woes. I should be grateful instead for all it is that I do have. I still have my long, long life, which stretches before me like a golden cord, and, of course, I have you now. Does she? Do I not? I ought to go soon, before my absence is noticed, but will you not come and visit me again tomorrow night? I think I would like that. Hi, Briar. Sorry, I've tried. How do I say your name? Okay. 𝒔𝒕𝒊𝒕𝒔. Danish tart. Wait, Danish tart ugly. 6487. Hello, welcome. Can I just say Danish tart? Welcome. I could say 𝒔𝒕𝒊𝒕𝒔, I guess. You can call me Zach. Welcome, Zach. I'll try and remember that. It might take a few times. You might have to come in and be like, "Hey, Brian, my name is Zach," a few times. Cause I need a few times, then my brain will brain. My brain's not braining. That's why there's long silence. I was going to say, even like in Poison, I'm not like a poison who remembers names very well. You know, it's related. But the secret part, yes, but the Danish 𝒂𝒕 part is a bit definitely not. Yeah, I was gonna say, even like Ariel, I'm not like a name person. I'm like a famous person. So what? Yeah, but why is it Danish tart? That's all. But I guess Danish tart is tasty. But welcome a bit. We just I'm clicking a pen. So we just met this Burbank lady. That's about it. I've always wondered if the drowned bed by Burbanks I used to fight them for Burbank. I mean, Burbanks probably just lay eggs. They probably just lay eggs. Okay, what was you saying? Okay. I have always enjoyed speaking to humans. You make me feel less alone. I think that was her voice. I think my brain died first. My brain is dead. You cannot help but feel, as the mermaid observes you with those enchanting eyes of hers, that she does not truly wish to speak to you for your sake. She wants to use you, instead, as a substitute for the farmhand that she has been missing so very ardently. The thought stings, though you really ought to be used to it. Still, to be held in lower esteem than a farmhand of all things. Sorry, I keep reading, but I'm not braining, so it comes out weird. It makes your self-esteem sting. You try not to let the mermaid notice this, though. The woes of your past are not her fault, much as the woes of her past are not yours. It is silly, in any case, to be jealous of a girl who might very well be dead. That is what you tell yourself. It is the only way to prop up your bruised sense of self-worth. You tell the mermaid, after a pause, like to see her again. You would like that very much. Oh, thank you. I have been feeling very gloomy for quite some time, but seeing you has invigorated me. Finally, it feels as though I can smile again. Did she not smile, you wonder, after her friend disappeared? I breathe. Of course. Breathing lower high pitch. How can it be lower and high pitch? Before trying. Please. Hello, Ian. Welcome, Ian. How are you doing? Have you settled in, Ian? Has your cover come out yet, Ian? I saw it premiere today, but I streamed, so I couldn't premiere. She gonna remind you constantly of her ex used to. My ex was better. Anyway. Wait, where's your? Oh, it's not on your channel, isn't it? I think the mermaid had the software. It probably does have. I mean, I just can't dog good and doing voice very well. Just keep out. Yippee! Wait, I want to post it on the. Is it in your covers playlist? It's not in your covers playlist. Where is it in? Whose channel is it on? I want to post it on. Oh wait, no, it's in your community post. I see it. Hold on, I'm on. Okay, wait. In post song. Here's a song. I'll listen to it later. Other people can listen to it now. But yeah, so we read this mysterious mermaid lady. She's talking about this girl that used to come and see her, and now she's gone for several months. And that's basically it. But this is Yandere Yuri game, so we probably get this. Briar has 3 boys, Goofball, Gravely, and Dwelling on. The fudge is that last one! The fudge is that last one! I don't even drink! You forgot cowboy voice. I base it on the dialogue and her looks. Yeah. I'm just not very good at doing the voice right now. She's supposed to have like a very clear, well, like I don't know how well like voice, but like very clear, nice voice. I did not have the heart. That's how hard her voice was. Without her, the world seemed very dull and drab. Your company has cheered me immensely. This is why I like humans so much. You are not callous and unfeeling, like the merfolk who live beneath the water's surface. You are much kinder than they are.
Oh, if only she knew.
If the mermaid was aware, I wonder, of how petty you are and how jealous, would she still care for you? Well, that is neither here nor there.
She has a kindred voice for beeg. I don't even play League of Legends.
You agreed to meet with the mermaid come sundown the following night, then make your slow, stumbling way back up the cliffs, then to the cottage you have purloined as your own. Once indoors, you settle down upon your pallet, and then you close your eyes. The sighing of the wind outside and the distant roiling of the waves against the rocks do not disturb you.
You would trust a mermaid like a dolphin. Dolphins are very freaky. But you would your name is Shark? Look, I'm kidding. But I suppose you must like I was gonna say aquatic animals. I was thinking aquarium animals, but that's not correct. Aquatic animals.
You feel, after your midnight encounter of a boorish kind, quite at ease, perhaps prematurely so.
Smurrish breed bird-folk, probably.
It's just the pacing that makes it less not good voice.
No, I think my brain is a little not processing very well as I'm reading. The only aquatic animal we can trust are sharks. They're the water puppies. Are they the water puppies? I guess he are also water puppies. Right, treasure, but I am trying my best.
What happens to the icy fear which prompted your frantic flight through the forest? Where's all that gone? Do you not think you are being a bit complacent? No. No, well, you will.
What am I going to happen to us?
The following morning, when it arrives, is cloudy and overcast. It is not a particularly pleasant morning, but at least it is not raining. That is some small consolation. You rise from your straw pallet, stretching, then glance about the interior of the fisherman's cottage. It looked dilapidated last night, when much of it was obscured by the shadows, but it looks even more so when subjected to the morning's light. The cottage's interior has a distinct, disquieting appearance of having been abandoned in a hurry. There is broken pottery strewn upon the ground, and a singular wooden chair, which once must have stood by the singular wooden table, is lying on the floor.
You go change your name? I think you can only do that once a month. Be careful.
The doors of the cupboards, meanwhile, are ajar, the shelves within depressingly bare. A quick search reveals a handful of edibles, but there is precious little to be getting on with. If you wish to live here comfortably, you will have to look into foraging. You ate very little last night, and your stomach is empty. It was the malcontented rumblings of your stomach, in actual fact, which roused you from your slumber.
We hungry.
But your body seems to be very far away indeed, much like the grey clouds which choke the sky.
I cannot enunciate.
You are not thinking of your own physical discomforts. You are dwelling instead upon the events of the night prior. You cannot help but think of the mermaid. Did you truly meet an aquatic maiden last night during your nightly stroll when you could not sleep? It sounds unreal, especially now that the sun has risen and the shadows from the night prior have dispersed. You cannot quite believe it. It must have been a dream. But why then can you recall it so very clearly? You help yourself to the scant food and drink available to you, all the while thinking of your next course of action.
Now what are you to do? You plan, of course, to return to the shore come nightfall, so that you might once again see the mermaid, but the night will not arrive for quite some time. But they did not change. You need to find some means of keeping yourself occupied until then. The uninspiring interior of the cottage does not furnish you with any particular ideas, so you decide to go for a walk. Your soul still aches after your exertions last night, but if you go slowly, you ought to be all right. That is what you hope, at least. You do not want to spend much longer than you have to in the fisherman's cottage, no matter how cold it might be outdoors. It's almost as cold inside as it is out, and in any case, the cottage is far too small. You leave the cottage behind you and set off. You do not know where exactly you are going, but you suppose it does not matter overly much. You do not have any particular destination in mind. Your meanderings lead you to the cliffs, which are steep and sharp. The drop to the shore is a perilous one, so much so that you have to wonder at how you were able to descend the cliffs the night prior to meet the mermaid. You are rather more determined than you ever realized, though I, of course, could have told you that much. You are surprisingly capricious for such a small, slender human. You walk along the side of the cliffs, keeping a sensible distance away from the drop to the shore. You might have survived last night's excitement unscathed, but you do not fancy trying your luck. It would be so like you, really, to avoid a drop to your death in the darkness, only to stumble during the morning's light and take an irreversible tumble. Your fortunes have never been the fairest. Your meanderings along the cliff revealed to you all manner of curious flora. You thought, the night prior, that the cliffs were weather blasted, but you can see now that your assumptions were incorrect. There are flowers here, very warm and bright, like the sun's light during the summertime. Or, you think, with a flush of pleasure, the fair hair of the mermaid, whom you are certain you spoke to last night. These flowers are so very like her hair, it is uncanny. You step towards the flowers, drawn towards them, and sink down to your knees. The tall grass brushes your ankles like a caress. The morning's dew wetting your skirt. Your clothes are getting damp, as are your legs, but you cannot afford this minor discomfort. You have just had an idea. Why not make a gift for your new friend? You are sure that she would appreciate it. Why would she not? She told you in a voice which was steeped with... Hold up. Dictionary.com! I mean, it's Cambridge Dictionary, actually. Wait, such suggest... Oh, wait, no, it's probably set on American spelling. Hold on. You said... Wait, what? They don't have this, what? No, it's Dolores, right? It's like Yeah, fudge. Hold on. Oxford English Dictionary. Save me, not Cambridge Dictionary, I guess. Hold on. Do they not have a pronunciation thing to press? Oh, there it is. It's just called dollar? 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 Grief? It beats grief? Wait, hold on. Where's the meaning? Thank you for visiting. I have to subscribe to Oxford English Dictionary to get readings? Oh, bye-bye, Oxford English Dictionary. Dollar. Hold it. Wiktionary. Free dictionary. Okay. For Middle English, dollar. Dollar. Dollar? Dollar. I guess it's an American accent. Dollar. Wait, what did it be? Physical pain, agony, suffering, pain. Oh, it is suffering. It's grief. Okay. I guess it's pain, anguish, grief, misery. Oh, sure. Okay, thank you. She told you, in a voice which was steeped with dolor, that she had been feeling lonely. You want to see her again.
Boy, doch, Lord.
And when you next see her, you would like to make her smile. It is with this thought in mind that you begin to pick the flowers which are growing upon the cliffside. These flowers do not have any thorns, and their delicate stems snap easily enough between your fingers. You take care when plucking these flowers to leave a substantial amount of stem intact. You will need these stems so that you might twine the flowers together. You mean to make for your mermaid a diadem.
It's how you pronounce it. I'm pretty sure that's how you pronounce it.
Something she will be able to wear in her hair. This tiara is certain to suit her.
Basically a flower crown.
She is so pretty, anything would suit her.
She could wear a potato bag.
You continue to work, slow and steadfast, as the weak sun shines. It takes time, but you are eventually able to fashion something you are satisfied with. You only hope the mermaid will feel similarly, if indeed she really does exist. Carefully, you pocket your makeshift diadem, then decide to forage for some food. You discover during your search some fruit trees whose sweet burdens are enough to fortify your spirits, for the present at least. It is fortunate, really, that you are so excited about your moonlight rendezvous with the mermaid. If you were less focused upon the future and dwelt more in the immediate present, you might have more of an appetite. The emptiness in your stomach assuaged, you return to the cottage, whereat you mean to wait for the setting of the sun. There is very little to do, you soon discover, in the cottage other than checking the cupboards and sweeping the floor, occupations which both feel depressingly pointless. There are no books to read either, with which you might pass your idle hours. You do, however, busy yourself with trying to light a fire, so that you might ward off the cold. The time is horribly slow in passing, in part because you have precious little to do, but also because you cannot stop thinking of the mermaid. Will she really return to the shore, as she said she would? Can you truly trust her? Oh, you hope that you can. If she were not present at your designated meeting place, you think she would die from disappointment. The seconds continue to trickle by, unchecked by any hourglass, and as they do, the sun sinks beneath the horizon.
Yes, dang it.
Part of you worries, however, that it might still be too early to search for the mermaid. We should be there yet. You sit there, your stomach tied up in anxious knots.
Drink some water, actually.
Delicious hydration. Okay. You sit there, your stomach tied up in anxious knots, and as you listen to the wind which buffets your windows, you hear it. The sound is faint, but you recall it well from the night before. There is a single, solitary voice outdoors, tempest-tossed amidst the roiling waves. The voice is a high, clear one, silvery, if indeed voices can have colors, like a finely polished dinner plate in a noble woman's home. The voice belongs, of course, to the mermaid.
Hello, friend. Hello, Isaac. Welcome. We got a mermaid girlfriend. We're going towards her voice now. Welcome.
Who else do you know with a voice as angelic as that? Relief begins to bubble up inside you, a relief so potent you feel dizzy from it. She didn't abandon you after all. Why, you wonder, did you ever think she would? She said that she wanted to see you.
Is she hot? She's cold. Wait, no. She's scaly.
Did you think that via necessity?
She's definitely not gonna be fish food. Oh, no, not fish food.
Boiled. 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 Hold on. What? Boiled. It's boiled, right? Was like, it's just a originally. Yeah, pretty sure it's boiled. Boiled. Yeah, boiled. Alright, I have to search it up. Hello, welcome back, Zipri. Buoyed as if by a gentle breeze, you hurry to the door. With trembling fingers, they are trembling, I presume, from excitement rather than fear. You seize the handle, then turn it. Then you step out into the dark, inky night. You walk towards the cliffs, as you did the night prior, beneath the cover of the inky blue sky, the wind moaning fitfully with every step you take. Your soles still ache from your expedition the day prior, but you are able to ignore this discomfort. It seems irrelevant, really, when compared to the prospect of once again meeting the mermaid. You have known her for only one night, yet she has come to mean more to you than your own well-being. We're down bad! You would do anything for the mermaid if she asked it. Well, almost anything. You hurry down the sharp incline of the cliffs to the shore, almost stumbling in your scuffed brown shoes, which really were not built with rock climbing in mind.
Hey, Briar, we're playing Mordered, which beeg. Oh, have fun playing Monster Hunter. I played it the other day. I've tried with Deru, and then we could not get the thing I wanted for to build the armor.
Indeed, yes.
Yes, this is the Doorbell stream vibe. Just chill while you put me in the background while you play video games, basically. Sometimes you do crazy things for someone you already met for a short time. Yeah, we are very down bad. The siren's call is loud. She is a siren. The stream no playback. Yeah, I turned it off. I realized it was a setting. It's probably better to turn off the playback setting, because sometimes people come in and be like, in the beginning of the stream? Not wound, but I spawned. Ah, I see. I also have, well, yeah, I got all the achievement. Well, it was very annoying, but my friend carried me. Anyway, back to mermaid.
So frantic are you in your attempts to once again make the mermaid's acquaintance, you very nearly fall. It is a good thing that you still have enough sense about you to regain your footing. Otherwise, this tale would come to a premature ending. Eventually, you make your way onto the shore, then approach the jagged outcrop of rock whereat you last saw the mermaid. Like the night prior, the mermaid is perched upon these rocks, her fair hair strewn about her shoulders. When she sees you from across the shore, she ceases her singing, and her eyes light up. Or at least they seem to.
How was your voice? How did your voice go? Like, I forgot her voice.
So you have returned to me.
The country voice came out.
So you have returned to me.
The country voice is coming out. I play Generate. Is everybody playing Monster Hunter right now? Fancy, I gotta input my fancy hit, fancy type voice. I cried because all my progress was good. Oh, there's no clouds here. Oh, I know it's PS4, but oh. Fancy boy.
So you have returned to me.
Ah, it's so bad.
My hero, the mermaid says, and then lightly she giggles. Or perhaps I should say... heroine.
That's... I didn't want to say that because I gotta...
Make it sound like the drug. You did very well back up. You can do that with the PS4. I literally at Shadow 𝑰𝒏𝒂𝒕. Is that the what at the end? Isn't that the what? Isn't that the first boss in the base game? Oh, wait. A praise makes you blush. You do not feel worthy of it. Nobody has ever called you a heroine before. I sound like I'm saying the drug name. You do not even think of yourself as a heroine. If a story were made about you, you rather think that you would be a supporting character, one without her own voice. Appreciate the main character hasn't spoken at all. We'll see through like second voice. You are not interesting enough. Last guy for 𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒏𝒅𝒔 before DLC. Yeah, oh, I thought it was just the base game. The mermaid seems to think that you are, though. She's staring at you delightfully, as though you are the one person in the world she most wishes to speak to. The thought makes you tremble, but not as much as the mermaid's gaze. You tell the mermaid that you do not think you are so very brave, but she dismisses your awkward remark with a laugh. I think you are. I saw the way you scaled those cliffs. I thought that was very heroic. Oh, so she saw that, did she? Then did she see how you slipped down the cliffs, grazing your palms in the process, and how you very nearly fell? You have never been the most graceful of girls, but to have your failings exposed before a being as poised and as perfect as the mermaid. It stings a little bit, more in fact, than the resultant grazes on your palms your clumsiness wrought you. Better to save for the plate drive. I didn't even know you could do that. You tell the mermaid that there was nothing so very heroic about all of that. You were simply excited, that is all, to see her again. You weren't thinking. Well, that makes two of us. Yes, that too. I was excited to see you again. She was. You at the sort of fact. Oh, good luck. He's the big volcano guy. I remember. Naturally, I had a very good time speaking to you last night. I had hoped that we might resume our correspondence. Welcome, Sawako. How are you doing today? In 3 days? I mean 3 days. Average. That is why I came to the rocks a bit earlier than usual. I was waiting for you. Did you hear my song? Yes, you reply, with a nod of your head. You heard it all the way in the abandoned cottage. Oh no, I need to Google Translate. Hold on. I don't have the translation on because I don't trust it. Even though it's also Google who owns YouTube. Hold on. It's probably just konnichiwa. Oh wait, it is konnichiwa. Thank you. Shohei. I'm Shohei. PSP era. Oh. I only started with Worlds on the PC. But thank you. You guys, thank you Sawako for coming in. Okay, wait. Ship for Halo. It is a Halo. Okay, wait, how does this? Okay, it called out to you. What was your voice? That was the general idea. I was singing for you. She was. You do not think that you are worthy of the mermaid's song, but if she does not mind dedicating her voice to you, then... Well, who else would I dedicate my voice to? There is nobody else to hear me. That is a good point, you suppose. I think I got a voice down now. Shyly, you look back at the mermaid. You thank her for her song. It was very beautiful. Then tell her, before you can lose your nerve, that you have prepared a present for her too. Oh? Have you really? You have. It is a small thing, Nothing more than a silly trinket, but if it would not be too much of an imposition, then with clumsy fingers you reach into your pocket. For a few moments, you fret that your near fall down the cliff might have damaged the delicate chain nestled within it, but your worries are in vain. The chain is surprisingly sturdy, given it was made with only a few flowers, and it has held firm against the odds.
Oh no, I don't.
Wait, hold on.
What am I looking at? I translated. It says you're trying to look at something.
Okay, hold on. You handle the chain with great care. Oh, the same, however, as you hold it out, presenting it for the mermaid's approbation.
The fudge is
Hold on. Approbation. Approbation means the act of approving. Oh. So basically approval. Wait, the act of approval. Is it not? I guess it's not technically approval, but kind of pretty much. I guess you presenting it for the mermaid's approval. Presenting it for the mermaid to approve of. There's probably a better word for that. It was for the mermaid that you fashioned this chain. You thought that it would look nice nestled in her hair. You were pleased with the chain when you first made it, but after looking at the mermaid, you have begun to reconsider. The mermaid's beauty is otherworldly, so much so, it almost hurts to look at her. Your flower crown, by comparison, seems a very meager offering indeed. The longer you hold your gift out, the more unworthy it feels. You have half a mind, as the seconds elapse, to snatch your silly, wholly unworthy gift back from the mermaid before she can judge you too harshly.
Pretentious dialogue. I think at some points a little bit. But the mermaid's lips curve upwards into a smile, and in a voice so full of gratitude it makes your heart throb, she says,
"Oh my, did you make this for me?" "Well, yes," you reply, still feeling a little flustered. "You saw these flowers earlier when you went for a walk, and they made you think of her. Not, you hasten to add, that you think her beauty is comparable to these flowers. They are far inferior when contrasted with her good looks. You simply thought. You are unable to get the rest of this sentence out, however, because the mermaid interrupts you, not rudely, but with something resembling compassion. Perhaps she pities you. She must be able to hear how your voice is trembling. Can she also see the way your hands tremor? Oh dear, faint heart never won the hand of a fair maiden, you know. What happened to all of your confidence?" "I think that your gift is a wonderful one. I did not at all expect it, but it really is pretty." You look at your feet, too shy to meet the mermaid's gaze. Then you say, very quietly, that you are glad that she thinks so, but she does not need to spare your ego. You have precious little of it left as it is. The mermaid seems touched by your shyness. Perhaps she likes her prey to be self-conscious, because she smiles. "I'm not simply saying things to spare your ego. I'm not like that. Humans might spout platitudes as easily as they breathe air, but I do not compliment others unless I truly mean it. Is that not the point of speech? To have an honest dialogue with one another. If one party in a conversation is withholding their true intentions, then conversation is impossible. Playing games is a waste of my time, particularly given my time above the surface is so very limited." Oh, you blush at this, more deeply still, and survey the mermaid beneath the full fringe of your eyelashes.
"Then she really does like you."
"Did I not just say that? You humans are so very funny, what with all your second guessing. She was like that too in the beginning. She My friend. The mermaid's answer is a simple one, but it makes your stomach clench regardless. Ah yes, her friend. How could you have forgotten about her? She used to make me gifts too. You know, gifts like this one. She would pick flowers on the cliffs over there, where I cannot tread. The mermaid gestures with one hand to the cliffs, which tower above the shore, tall and imposing, as though to stab the sky above. And she would fashion them into crowns like this one, and bracelets. I was appreciative of her tokens, though she was similarly shy when she first presented them to me. She did not seem to think very much of her handiwork. You and her are remarkably similar, really. There is no guile in the mermaid's voice, but her words have rather taken the wind out of her sails. Of course the cowherd gave the mermaid gifts. Glasses and short hair? Oh, short hair is still on cooldown. Why was she not? The mermaid is beautiful. She is so very beautiful, like a tutelary goddess. She seems to invite tribute simply by existing. Were you more religious, or more irreligious maybe, you might even consider worshipping her. Yeah, so down bad. Though, in essence, is that not what you were doing with your flower crown? How silly of you to think that your idea was an original one. I might be accustomed to gifts, but it has been a long time since any human has bequeathed me with anything. This is a pleasant surprise. I am truly thankful for your kindness, dear one. But you are very much 92% that inside. The mermaid leans forwards on her rock so as to pluck the circlet from your fingers. Her benevolent smile, all the while, is unwavering. Of which 70% is dollar. And now that I look at your gift more closely, I rather think it is of a superior quality to the gifts my old friend once gave me. Now this is enough to make you start. Thank you for headband. If the touch of the mermaid's fingers upon your own was not, could your silly gift really be better than those she once accepted? I think so. My friend's trinkets were all rather clumsy in execution, though I cherished them nonetheless. They were very precious to me. They did not last for very long, though, not when I took them with me to my home beneath the ocean. The waters soon rend the fragile links between the flower stems asunder. Your diadem, however, seems more sturdy, but it is, by the same token, very delicate. You must be very good with your hands. You think back briefly on your disastrous sewing lessons in the past, of your numerous failed attempts to thread your needle, while the other girls giggle at you, and you blush. You think the mermaid's praise might be a touch too effusive. You tell the mermaid as much, but she only laughs. I do not think so. Now. Oh, she put it on her head. The mermaid places your flower trinket upon her head, over her long fair hair, then surveys you in a manner which seems almost coquettish. What do you think? You think that the mermaid looks radiant, though that is less because of your gift and more because of her natural looks. You tell the mermaid this, though not in terms quite this glowing, and she giggles. You are selling yourself too short. I think your gift is lovely, really. The flowers rather match my hair. If you were a dog, you'd be a Rottweiler! But that's my dog! Show hair. There we go, show hair. Oh wait, what did she say? Oh wait, no, I read that already. Yes, you answer, with a nod of your head. That is why you picked those flowers. She is all you have been able to think of. I'm glad that you have been thinking of me. I, in truth, have been thinking of you, though I did not wish to say as much. I will drink water. I will drink my water.
Delicious hydration.
No? No. It will be embarrassing to confess to how much I have been looking forward to our reunion if you did not feel similarly.
Show head Briar Sugar.
Show head Briar. I do not care to pine for humans from afar. But if you care for me as I do you, then it makes me feel less alone. You hasten to assure the mermaid, your face aflame. Do you ever stop blushing? Goodness gracious, that you do care for her, very much so. You have not known her for very long, but she has certainly made an impression upon you. She is such an easy conversationalist.
Sorry, dog yawned. Is he gonna go downstairs? Hold on. Want to come inside? Oh, he's walking away. Gotta go downstairs now. Okay.
She is such an easy conversationalist. The time simply slips by when you are together. And it does not hurt, of course, that she is so pretty. I have heard it said, yes, that my looks are rather appealing. My old friend was similarly complimentary.
I'm back. We are not yet eaten? Not yet? Welcome back, Lucas. How's the work going? Or is it dinner time?
I cannot blame you humans for being so taken with me when my form is so very graceful. Your legs seem rather cumbersome in comparison to my smooth, sleek tail.
She's racist.
It must be so very depressing to lumber about on land as you do, living your days beneath the harsh sun and the cool, unfeeling moon. Sometimes I rather think I pity you. But the surface is a good deal brighter than it is beneath the ocean. I will grant you that much.
I can't get one thing finished if one guy just doesn't pick up my phone. Email him and still call him, and email him then to call him.
You agree with the mermaid, still feeling flushed, that there are some perks to having legs, an agreement which makes the mermaid giggle. I am certain that there are, though you cannot explore the ocean's depths as I can. I presume you have never tried it.
You texted him.
You shake your head, no. You have never thought to do so, largely because you have never been so close to the sea before, not in all your life.
Have you tried carrier pigeon? Carrier pigeon? Oh, to the email thing. I guess you'll drown us. Yep, that was implied in the very beginning. Talking to a buffet for an hour without something to eat? Something to eat? Guppy. Hold on. I'm gonna check if my dog is outside. But I have short hair right now. Okay, maybe that's like. Okay, I'll get. I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure it's fine. Hold on. I still want to see the dog. No, the dog has been posted on the Discord. Oh, he's not outside. Everybody, he's not outside. But yeah, I posted a couple videos of him. Was it yesterday? I think it was yesterday. You're gonna check the Discord. Check in pictures sharing. It will be there. I gave him like a signature the other day. Okay. What's the thing?
You have never thought to do so, largely because you have never been so close to the sea before, not in all of your life. You did not have much opportunity for nautical exploration in the past. You were not allowed to go anywhere then, save to the local church.
You said the dog was posing on the thing. That will be a real smart dog. Unfortunately, the smartest thing my dog can do is pee in the bathroom. It can pee in the bathroom.
So, and so like we have like, so we have like, so he like pees on the floor, and then because the floor is the bathroom is one giant shower, we can just like, we can just spray some water and the pee goes down the drain. He taught himself that. We did not teach him that. Okay. It was quite a lonely existence. Well now, that is a pity. You were kind enough to give me a gift, fashioned from flowers which grow where I cannot reach them, so perhaps I ought to return the favor. Doggo. Dog. Dog pigs. Yeah, there are a lot of dog pigs. The favor. Yes, that is right. It would seem only fitting that I give to you something which can only be found in the ocean's depths. Perhaps we could look at it as a form of cultural exchange. I like the cats. They are cats as well. I wish my dogs would be in the shower if they need to go. Yeah. It is very handy dandy. Oh, edible cute. Edible cute. Okay, hold on. Oh no, you protest, your eyes wide. You couldn't possibly put such a burden upon her. You did not give her a gift after all, because you wanted to receive anything in return. Anything other than her friendship, that is. Her conversation is more than enough to satisfy you. You do not need any physical presence on top of that. The mermaid does not seem convinced, however, by your naysaying. She raises one eyebrow. Oh wait, you can't see my eyebrows. Even this gesture is performed elegantly. And then says, if my company is all it takes to satisfy you, then you are easy to please indeed. But please do not rebuff me. I am offering because I wish to do this. Remember what I said. I do not say things for the sake of it. Well, you murmur if she really doesn't mind. Of course I do not mind. Now wait there. I will not be very long. It would be rude to abandon my new friend in the midst of a conversation. The mermaid turns her attention towards the clear, mirror-like water which shimmers beneath the moonlight. Then she dives. Her body arches elegantly through the air, her long, slender limbs cleaving through the surface of the water with nary a ripple. The mermaid's face is first submerged, then her torso, and at long last, her tail. The water rushes forth to envelop her, as though it has been waiting for her. It subsumes her. It swallows her. Then she disappears from view. The mermaid is gone, but you are still there. Well, now what are you to do? There is nothing that can be done, you suppose, save waiting. You stand there for several moments, watching the black water lap against the shore. The breeze howls mournfully, like a wounded animal, as it buffets your hair about your face and your torn skirt around your legs. Time elapses, but how much of it? While you stand there, fretfully, feeling as ostentatious as a babe pole. What's a babe pole? Okay, that one's a noun, but one is it? What's a maypole? Compound of mate and pole. You use it on meat. Oh, it's like one of them, like it's like one of it's what do you call it? A pole with streamers held by people with injury. It's like that one. It's like that midsummer thing almost. Okay, so it's basically a pole with streamers around it. When will the mermaid return? Will she ever return? You are starting to worry. Is that all you do? When... Look, over there. By the rocks upon which the mermaid once sat, the water is rippling. If you said flip to a thesaurus divided with these words. I can understand it. I do use thesaurus when I write, but
not like to find fancy word, but more like when I use same word within close approximation in the sentence, then I have to force myself to go to the thesaurus, and then I have to look for a different word to use because I don't want to use the same word twice in close succession.
It looks as though your new friend has returned. The mermaid pulls herself onto the rocks, using a surprising amount of upper body strength, then smiles at you. I apologize for the wait. I hope I did not make you worry. You were worrying, but you are not half so honest as the mermaid. Mermaids might be spoken of as devious tricksters who lure sailors to their deaths, but they are, in actuality, very sincere. They are much more sincere than most humans.
I've only known her like a day, a night.
Perhaps that is why your kind fears them so. There are few creatures who inhabit this world whose capacity for lying is greater than your own. You tell the mermaid that you were not worrying, and she answers with a wry smile.
I pull out these pictures of the Discord. Oh, is it doggo? Is kettles? Wait, no, let's go. Oh my god, there's suddenly so many animals. I'll look at it later.
I'm not so sure about that.
Ah, the mermaid is wilier than you are giving her credit for. Yeah, sorry.
She has been straight through you.
She has seen straight through you. No wonder she's getting fed. She falls for everyone she sees.
But no matter, it took me some time, but I was finally able to retrieve for you a gift.
Yeah, picture the birds. Alright, go get the birds.
I do not have the means to turn this into a pretty piece of jewelry, as you did with the flowers, but I wish to give it to you nonetheless. I do hope that you like it.
The mermaid leans forwards, then holds her gift out towards you. Her slender fingers unfurl about it, like the petals of a flower being folded back, and...
Oh, what a pretty gift it is! The ocean might be dark and deep, cold and unfeeling, but the same cannot be said for the object which glitters upon the mermaid's palm. She has fished.
That's a joke. That's a pun.
She has fished from the depths of the water a beautiful shell, one which shimmers prismatic colors beneath the moon's light, much like the scales on her tail. The shell is so very pretty, it quite takes your breath away. You look at the shell worriedly, your teeth biting your lower lip.
That is a bad habit, you know. You will make yourself bleed.
Then ask the mermaid if this is really alright. Would a gift like this not be wasted on you? Of course not.
Yeah, that's not the one.
Of course not. I want you to have this shell because it makes me think of you.
It does? How so?
I thought it should be obvious. The shell is a lovely find. As are you.
Oh! Did she just call you lovely? So sorry.
Surely you must have misheard her. You can scarcely believe it. It is awful. It is an awful lot for you to take in. But now, why are you gawping at me like that? The wind will change, you know, and then your face will be stuck like that, which would be quite the shame.
It was probably it's the bullshit out of.
You would waste your good looks, which, for a maiden such as yourself, would be nothing short of a tragedy. It seems as though the mermaid really does think you are pretty after all. The mermaid, with her smooth skin and her fair hair. You can scarcely believe it. There is something almost laughable about the mermaid's compliments. How could she call you pretty when her looks are so immediately, obviously superior? Tongue-tied, you look at your feet. You do not know how to reply to the mermaid. You have half a mind to refute her words, to tell her that you are not that pretty, not really. but you fear that might look rude. You do not want to rebuff the mermaid's well wishes. There is nothing for it then, but to take the shell which the mermaid retrieved from the ocean's depths for you. You do not think that you are worthy of it, but neither do you want to refuse it. Now that is a surprise, the mermaid says, amused, as you reach for the shell. I did not think you would be bold enough to take it, not without more coaxing on my part. You have exceeded my expectations. What a good girl you are. Good girl? Your heart flutters with this praise, and it flutters all the more when your trembling fingers brush against the mermaid's palm. I'm getting iffy. Alright, have a good eep, Solesh. Eep well. Or else you get really bad day tomorrow. Not because I said it. Just the fact if you don't eat well, that's it. She presses the shell into your skin, and your own fingers tighten about it. The shell is sharp and pointed, and it digs uncomfortably into your skin. I'll go to. Alright, bye-bye, Eric. Have a good day. You spell happen. It's okay. It will happen. Eventually. It hurts, but there is pleasure in the pain. Excuse me? It bit. It's okay. It bit. There we go. Thank you for helping. This too feels like a gift from the mermaid. Wait, I have to rewind. What did? She put the shell into my hand, and it's painful because it's sharp. Okay, I see. And then I'm like, ooh, this feels like a gift from the mermaid. I am down bad. You do not want to spurn it. Even pain can be a precious thing when dealt by one whom you care for. We are very down bad. You never knew that before. We are so down bad. Gonna get nightmare because. Alright. All of the areas the people. Then stop looking at the ghost stories. I'm sure you will sleep fine. You hold the shell to your heart, which is beating an irregular rhythm, and look at the mermaid. Then very softly, you thank her. That is quite alright. It seems only fair, after you shared part of your world with me. Part of your world! I wish to share part of my world with you too. Humans cannot normally descend beneath the ocean's depths, and even if they do, they cannot remain there for very long. You are far too fragile. Would that I could, I would bring you with me to my underwater kingdom, where we might be together. Place that information is well. There are a lot of places in the world. There's probably a lot of weird places in the world. I think there's a road that I saw once, like when I was in England. I went to UK once, and I think the road was called Butt Road. I'm not entirely sure. I think I might be misremembering. I might have to check my pictures. But I think there was like a road that I saw that was really funny name. I think it was like something. I think it might have been Butt Road. I'm not entirely sure. Might have been wrong. The mermaid's melodic voice trails away, suffused with something resembling melancholia. Well, I don't know where that is. She sighs. Then she shakes her head and smiles. But this will have to do for the present. Please, take good care of that shell. Look at it from time to time and think of me. That would make me very happy indeed. Time skip? Yeah, time skip. The days pass following this nightly encounter with your aquatic acquaintance with an almost intolerable slowness. You endure the hours of sunlight as best as you can by going for long, bracing walks amidst the heather, foraging for berries and fruits among the hedgerows. You even, when you have mustered up enough courage, take an old fishing line uncovered in the fisherman's cottage and try your luck by the shore. Your initial attempts at angling are without success, but as the time passes, your proficiency in the art grows. Some time after you take up your rod, you find you are able to catch the odd fish here and there, small, scrawny things mostly, but the meat goes a ways to bolstering your rudimentary diet. I hope he does. Actually, I was gonna say I hope she doesn't fish up the bait, but actually that's probably gonna be better. Booty Boulevard? Is that a place? You teach yourself how to remove the scales of these saltwater fish that you have captured and how to gut them. You learn, too, how to cook them over a simple fire. Sometimes you skewer these fish of yours on spikes and roast them slowly, innards and all. Shouldn't you clean your fish before you cook it? You are able to sustain yourself well enough during the day, though the faint pangs of hunger you experience never quite go away. Your physical discomfort, however, is secondary when compared to your desire to visit a mermaid. You need to gut it. Yeah, I think she should have gutted it. Your days might be dull and drab, but your nights, comparatively, are made of magic. It is only during the night that the mermaid emerges from beneath the waves, and when she does, you hurry to her side. You have never before had anybody who took so great an interest in you, not until you met the mermaid. That is why she has grown to mean so very much to you. She's the first friend you have ever had. But if you do not temper your obsession accordingly, I fear she may very well be your last. You care little for the potential danger, however, which lurks beneath your interactions with the mermaid. You want only to show the mermaid how much that you value her, and you hope within time that she will come to value you too. If you keep seeing her, surely she will stop thinking of her human friend whom she lost so suddenly. As your plan at least. Fortunately, your self-serving wish to grow closer to the mermaid seems close to being granted. Your nightly conversations, when you greet her, come easily enough, the words tumbling from your mouth like thread. You have grown rather comfortable in the mermaid's company, and she yours. She must have, for it is not long after you bequeath your diadem of flowers to the mermaid that she looks at you, then posits a curious question. I was wondering, dear one, whether you would mind indulging me. I know this might not seem like an appealing proposition, but I thought it would be remiss of me not to ask. I have seen some of your world, for I have sat on this shore for many, many nights hence, but you have seen nothing of mine. It seems unfair that I should know some of the world that you inhabit, while you know so little of my own. She should answer. She suddenly lost her ex. She said her ex disappeared. She has avoided us as quickly as the other ones. And it's true, she is taking her sweet time. So, would you care to come with me, beneath the ocean's waves? Well, there we go! There is much that I wish to show you, sights that cannot, I fear, be accurately represented in language alone. Words can be awfully stifling when it comes to the communication of experiences such as this. It is quite the florid speech, but at the heart of it beats a simple enough request. Under the water, where famously normal people can breathe. Yeah, exactly. The mermaid wishes to bring you beneath the ocean's surface so that she might show you her home. You are flattered initially that the mermaid wishes to show you something so personal. But after this flutter of flattery, there comes an uncomfortable sense of unease. The mermaid might feel at home beneath the water's surface, But what of you? Oh, she realizes you are a human girl with 2 awkward, ungainly legs, and you were not made to live under the sea. You frown, and mistrustfully, you look at the ocean. It is late at night, as it always is when you speak to the mermaid, and the water does not look blue. It appears instead to be obsidian. The waves moan as they break against the rocks, which jut out of the shore like a mighty dragon's bones. They sound angry, violent almost. Salty sea spray arcs through the air, caught in the moonlight. It shimmers, sharp as knives. Hesitantly, you take a step back. I just realized after Goomba books that I'm taking you to the lost city of Atlanta. People in Atlanta be like, huh? Because out of the corner of my eye, it looked like Atlantis, but it was Atlanta. Hesitantly, you step back. You take a step back. That one part was like a tongue twister. It was with the I forgot what it's called when you repeat the S sounds together. I taught it to the children and I forgot. It's been more than a year, to be fair. You see Cthulhu? Oh no, Cthulhu. It's not sucker for love. You are a little afraid of the sea. It is so restless, so deep, and so all-consuming. It reminds you of a hungry monster. She sells seashell by the seashore. Yes. You have never submerged yourself beneath the ocean before. You never had the opportunity. You do not even know how to swim. Onomatopoeia? No, that one's the sound. Cause like, wait, what is it? It's like the S version of alliteration. S version of alliteration. Because alliteration is like the other verbs, right? Oh wait, is it just alliteration? No, wait, isn't it sibilance? But I guess no, alliteration is the start, but sibilance is more specific. Yeah, it's sibilance. Green, oh, the green lorry, red lorry thing. I thought it was red lorry, yellow lorry. I think wasn't that the tongue twister? Alliteration. Yeah, alliteration, but I was thinking about sibilance because sibilance is when it's S. But I think it's what, but not I guess not necessarily when it starts with S. It still has to have the S sounds. So sibilance is more like let us once again assail your ears. That would be sibilance. So I think so basically I'm thinking of alliteration because alliteration is when the words start the same. So like for example, just now it said salty sea spray. So if there are a bunch of words that start with the same letter, it's alliteration. Anyway, it just started with the same letter. Yeah, so I was thinking about sibilance, but it is alliteration. You are fearful for your own safety, so you consent to dive beneath the undulating viscous of the water. But okay, I want viscous. Hey, bro, hello, Ali. Red lorry, yellow lorry. Yo. Hello, Cupcake Conjurer in name and profession. Welcome. Could you please tell us your name and profession? No, I already said your name and your profession, and you conjure cupcakes. Wait, how does the intro go again? It goes like, hello, hello. I am Cupcake Conjurer in name and profession. I conjure cupcakes. Sorry, that's not supposed to be like Cupcake Conjurer voice. I was just trying to remember your intro. Your intro is so good. Is that the Warhammer Vader? That is the Warhammer Vader. My name is John Cupcake. I'm fucking He's John Cupcake today. He's a John Cupcake. She is now John Cupcake, the he. Okay, hold on. I
don't go for this. Wait, what? Right, I was looking at meniscus. What is meniscus? Meniscus, a crescent wound from the 17th century. Optics, a lens which is convex and concave. Oh wait, number 3. The curved surface of liquids in tubes. Okay, I don't think they're using it correctly. I guess it's a curvature of the water. Also, welcome. We have mermaid girlfriend, but she's gonna drown us.
Do not look so frightened, dear one. I will be with you, and I will not let you go. You have my word.
That's not a good thing.
Shyly, you glance at the mermaid. She is still perched upon a rock, her hands folded neatly upon her. Well, she does not have a lap, not really. You are still afraid, but the mermaid's reassurance does help. Has she not told you, numerous times, that she's nothing if not honest?
Never gonna give you up, never gonna let you down, never gonna run around and desert you. I do have a couple of that.
You trust her not to break her word. She will not leave you beneath the waves, abandoning you to a cruel, lonely fate to become the food of so many fish.
Never gonna let you drown.
Of that you are certain. That is why, despite all of your misgivings, you find yourself nodding your head. If that is what she wants, then you will accompany her.
Well, the other 2 girlfriends we had basically kidnapped us while we were asleep. So I was wondering how was she gonna get us in the water? I guess she just tricked us.
You are interested too in what lies beneath the ocean's surface, out of sight. Oh, I knew that you would agree. Thank you very much for humoring me. I will endeavor to make these next few moments the most memorable you have ever experienced. Now, would you care to come with me? I shall be your guide. The ocean's depths might be dark, but I will not let you get away from me. I promise.
The mermaid extends her hand towards you, a hand which seems to cut through the moonlight, just like a blade. The moon's celestial rays play against the mermaid's upturned palm so that it shimmers. The mermaid's hair too is glowing, backlit by Celine's glow, so that she almost looks like an angel. That no appropriate entertainment. Did Simon lure us with her swan? Her beauty is such that for a few moments you cannot do anything, neither step towards her nor back away. You feel frozen in place, rooted into the sand like some shore-growing tree. You still do not understand why the mermaid has taken such an interest in you, but an old adage does occur to you. You ought not to look a gift horse in the mouth. If anyone offers you anything, just say yes. Just say yes, don't question it. Or ignore the pleas of a graceful, dignified mermaid. You reach out, your arms shaking like the skinny bough of an ancient tree, and find the mermaid's hand with your own. The mermaid's fingers curl about your own, her nails. Only now you notice how sharp they are, digging into your skin. Though the mermaid herself looks very soft, her grip is surprisingly strong. You do not think, if she willed it, you would be able to get away from her. But why would you want to? I should accept the candy from the guy in the van? Perhaps. I think it's free candy.
She does not mean you any harm. Now, let us be on our way. There is so much to see in my underwater kingdom. I cannot wait to show it to you. The mermaid turns towards the ocean, as do you. A brief moment passes, one during which you allow yourself to stand there, your hand claimed by the mermaid's, as the wind buffets your hair and your skirts.
Cannot get to allege a guy who established a velvet. What? Oh. What? Oh. So you're saying in your Polish legend, a guy had a physical relationship with a mermaid and got away with it? I believe it when I see it.
You inhale deeply. The smell of the salt is heavy in the back of your nostrils, so much so you could choke on it. It is not a particularly pleasant smell, but you have grown accustomed to it after living in your tumble-down cottage by the shore. It is nostalgic almost. You have a vague feeling as you stand on the precipice between your world and that of your aquatic companions that you might never again be able to smell the salt in the air like this. That is just a silly supposition, though. You are being foolish. The mermaid will return you back to the surface in due course, will she not?
You hope that she will.
You, unlike her, cannot breathe underwater.
Why are you all saying that now again?
Not earlier. You open your mouth, meaning to ask the mermaid about this fact, but you are not afforded the opportunity to speak. The mermaid has already shifted, her fingers still twined about yours. She dives forwards, her body slicing through the surface of the water like a knife, and you, inexorably, are dragged along with her.
Oh, this look kinda cute. For now.
The water rushes forwards to meet you in a sudden, shocking rush. The mermaid's descent might be graceful, but yours is anything but. You do not know how to position your legs, and your limbs feel awfully ungainly. The shock of the water as it touches your skin, meanwhile, is intense. You did not think that the water would be this cold. No, it is not just cold, it is freezing. It feels as though all the warmth has been sapped out of your skin. If your head was not already beneath the ocean's waves, you would gasp from it. You do not gasp, however. You cannot. You have already been submerged. Your body no longer feels as though it is your own. Your hair is unspooling behind you like thread, and your skirt is fluttering. Your body rocks to and fro, as though being soothed in a mother's arms. It is a curious feeling, but it is not wholly unpleasant. If only it were not so cold down here beneath the ocean's depths, you might find it relaxing. It is dark under the surface of the water, yes, but you have not ventured so very far, not yet at least, that the glow of the moon cannot penetrate its depths. Your surroundings are illuminated, though faintly, and thanks to this precious illumination, you can see the schools of fish swimming about you. Their scales outglisten as they arc through the waves like rainbows. They do not look like life forms. They appear instead to your fairy tale adult mind to be ancient relics brought to life through some strange, arcane sorcery. They are pretty. No, that word is not significant enough. They are beautiful. You did not know, as you stood upon the shore, how very full of life it was beneath the water's surface. You did not know, either, how very beautiful these aquatic denizens of the deep were. You have never seen fish like these before, not in real life. You have memories, vague, hazy memories, of dissecting a fish once in a particularly gruesome biology lesson, but that feels like a very long time ago now. You would far rather think on your present than dwell upon the past, but the seconds pass, and as they do, the mermaid continues to swim, leading you deeper and deeper into the ocean's depths. While once you were close enough to the surface that the moon's light could still slice through the waves, now it is so very dark you can scarcely see. Your vision is beginning to blur. You can feel an uncomfortable pressure weighing down on your inert body. Here it starts! You have descended, you realize, with a ripple of anxiety, too deep, Humans were not meant to descend into these depths. The water, once cold, now feels freezing. It caresses every inch of your exposed flesh as if to sap what little warmth you might still possess. You shiver, and when you do, you sweat as you can hear your teeth chattering, despite the water which stops your ears.
Greetings, sir. Welcome in, Yoko. We are drowning. We are. Hello, Yoko. How are you doing today?
The water is stuffing up your nostrils. There is so much water down here at the bottom of the ocean. It is endless. The mermaid might be able to breathe underwater, but you are not so very fortunate. Your body is far less sophisticated than hers, and it requires oxygen with which to furnish your body with continued strength, not salt water.
𝑪𝒕𝒂𝒕 is 50 blood pressure. Oh, so only a little bit make us die?
The thought of trying to inhale the endless water which surrounds you makes you shudder. You would rather not attempt it. You do not have gills. When will the mermaid take you back to the surface? Surely she must know that you have fast begun to near your limit. You have been under the water for too long, and it is too cold, and it is so dark now. In any event, you cannot see much of anything. The joy you once felt during your underwater adventure has begun to dissipate, just like the last of the oxygen you still possess. It is time to return to the surface now, but how are you to communicate this to the mermaid? You cannot speak, and she is not looking at you. She is staring, indeed, fixedly, at something beyond your comprehension, something far away, perhaps in the underwater gloom that you cannot see.
Even if the temperature, body temp too low, decompression sickness, and somewhere danger. Feature gears, just reach out. World record is 200 feet. Oh no, we're danger.
Not knowing what else to do, you try to pull your arm free from the mermaid's grasp. You hope that this will signal to her that she has grown too carried away in her endeavors, that she ought to cut short your expedition and return you to the shore. The mermaid does not react, however, to your attempts to escape her. Her grip does not slacken, as you had hoped, from about your wrist. In fact, it is quite the opposite. It feels as though she is gripping you more tightly than she was, as if to prevent your escape. But why would she do that? You tap on the mermaid's shoulder to get her attention, a gesture which prompts her, at long last, to turn. Her fair hair blows about her, suspended in the water like a shroud. Then she says, in that calm, measured, incredibly reasonable voice of hers, "Yes, dear one, what is it?" If you could, you would open your mouth to reply to her, but alas! You are a human girl, not a fish, and you cannot speak underwater. Any attempt to do so would accomplish naught save filling your pretty little mouth with water. The mermaid really ought to have considered that before she started to ask you questions, but your comfort seems to be the last thing on the mermaid's mind. She smiles at you gently, delicately, then says, "I understand."
That's not the point.
"I understand. Being underwater for so long must be beginning to take its toll. Do your lungs feel like iron? Are they heavy?" So she does understand your woes. You might not be able to speak, suspended as you are in the dark, murky depths, but communication is not wholly impossible. You nod your head empathically, hoping that this will be enough to make your distress apparent, but yes, that will happen. It is a natural part, or so I have heard, of drowning. Not that I have ever had the opportunity to experience it for myself. I am incapable, you see, of meeting my demise in such a manner.
Now what was that? What could you be?
I mean, the mermaid answers,
did you read birds?
That this was a calculated act upon my part. Forgive me, dear one, but the moment you consented to sinking beneath the water with me, your fate was sealed. Your lungs will be flooded with water soon enough. Then you will die. That is not a pretty way to go. You needn't worry about your corpse bloating, disfiguring, or being eaten by fish though. I will take very good care of it, I promise. In death, you will look lovely, almost angelic. Is that not what you always wanted?
You do not know what the mermaid thinks it is exactly that you want, but you think she is laboring under some severe misunderstandings.
You would like to try and correct her. You do not want to die. But of course, you cannot open your mouth. What a pity.
Well, at least it saves me the effort of transcribing your dying plebes.
I doubt that would be particularly interesting. If you want to know why I'm doing this, then I would not mind obliging. I have no secrets to keep from you.
Other than the secret perhaps that upon your first meeting, she nursed within her cold fish's heart the desire to bring about your watery murder? You might have liked to know that before you agreed to sink beneath the ocean's surface with her.
I'm only doing this because I have no choice. The other girl I liked, after all, the one whom I adored, disappeared. She went away, and I was never again afforded the opportunity to see her. You remind me of that girl, though you do not look much alike. You do not act very alike either. But you are both humans who, despite your delicacies, have no shortage of determination. How your kind is able to live when your lifespans are so very short and you are susceptible to so very many diseases is a mystery to me. Though my lifespan far eclipses your own and I am far sturdier, I cannot help but marvel at the tenacity of you humans. I know that if I were as fragile as you are, I would not be able to exist in this world. I would be far too afraid. I would see my own death lurking behind every corner.
Just as you can see your own death looming before you. It is not so very far away now. You can feel it coming closer and closer. Okay, wait, I need to read properly.
Enclosing its cold, icy fingers around your throat. You humans are incredible. I cannot help but respect you, weak and pitiful though you are.
She respects your tenacity so very much she wishes to extinguish it. That does not make very much sense.
Perhaps my words are confusing to you, but it makes perfect sense, to me at least. My beloved cowherd left me. I do not know where she went, or what happened to her. Perhaps she was murdered by bandits. Perhaps she contracted a horrible disease. Perhaps she simply fell and cracked her skull. I do not know. I will never know. For many, many days and many, many nights, her disappearance tormented me. I could not help but wonder how it came about, but there were so many possibilities, I could not imagine all of them. This thought terrified me. It still does. That is why I am going to take you to my underwater kingdom with me. There, we can be together forever. Nothing will be able to tear us apart then. I will brush your hair, and I will dress you in the finest pearls found from the bottom of the seabed. It will be lovely, much, much lovelier than any sort of miserable existence you might be able to eke out above the water. In my citadel, you will never be attacked by bandits, nor ravaged by diseases. You will be quite safe, I promise.
Quite safe, yes, and quite dead too, surely.
Well, yes, that is the only unfortunate aspect of my plan.
She considers your death nothing more than a mere misfortune. The mermaid might be surprisingly cold after all, but perhaps you ought to have predicted this.
She is part fish. Are fish not cold-blooded like lizards? You probably learned this at some point during biology class, but your lessons are beginning to feel very faint and far away now. Your body is beginning to fail you. You cannot take much more of this. It is a necessary sacrifice, though, if we are to be happy. I am doing this, for both our sakes. I do apologize for tricking you, but please, try to understand. I really have been lonely. You would be more inclined to sympathize with her, perhaps, if her loneliness was not ushering in your inevitable demise. But you are too preoccupied with your dwindling reserves of oxygen to feel much in the way of anything for your captor. You can feel the pressure of the water against your eyes. They are beginning to ache. Perhaps you are crying. You do not know. The water basks much of your anguish. You have been drifting underwater for almost 3 minutes.
She can hold her breath for 3 minutes?
That is a remarkably long time to go without any air. Your vision is beginning to cloud. Your surroundings, already dark, look darker still, unpleasant and obscure, and not at all like the paradise the mermaid promised you. The pain of being suffocated slowly is far stronger and far more oppressive than the sensation of the mermaid's hand wound tightly about your arm.
Don't hold hands with pretty sea lady. Don't do that.
Is there no escape for you? The prognosis, I am sorry to say, is grim. Your fate, as the mermaid said, really was sealed the moment you met her, luxuriating on those rocks beneath the moonlight. But you'll forgive me if my sympathy is limited. You did bring this upon yourself, You reap what you sow, and in your case, you made a series of bad decisions which led to your untimely demise.
It's repeating.
Now what do you want to do? Will you accept this fate of yours and rest in peace, or will you try to fight against it?
Okay, so we save here. We accept fate, we get bad end first, and then we continue.
That is a bit of an anticlimactic answer at this juncture in your life story, but I suppose it would be remiss of me to lecture you too much. I'm sure you are well aware of what a terrible series of decisions you have made. There is no need for me to belabor the point. That would be boorish, not to mention tedious. I'm rather tired of scolding you, so instead I think I will content myself with loving you.
Nani?
What? You thought in your death the mermaid was the only one who would be able to corset you.
What is corset?
Sorry.
The fuck is corset? Treat like a pet, overly indulge. Oh, they like me. Is there any other choice you pick? No. No. It's either pick bad end or continue.
I know I have said this before, but you really are naive. You cannot escape me, even if you are at the bottom of the deepest, darkest ocean. The world might have forsaken you, but I never will. I will never leave you. You will never be lonely again.
Narrator is down bad. Hold on. Okay, hold on. Yeah, back to here. I'm gonna go to the back to a _𝑵𝒂𝒂𝒏𝒅𝒔. We'll continue. _𝑵𝒂𝒂𝒏𝒅𝒔. Hi. Apa? Hello, Aluber. Oh, hello, 𝒖𝒑𝒂𝒕. Hello, Aluber. How are we all doing? We're doing well, apparently. Goodbye. Thank you. Goodbye. Thank you. Yeah, this visual novel that I don't think has like choices, but it's very interesting. Even wait, actually now I'm looking at the page. It says a branching story with several choices. Maybe there'll be choices later, but probably maybe not. Even though it says it does. Well, I'm bowed down. Hit that. Thank you. I mean, I'm not bothered with visual novels that don't have choices, cause like they're visual novels. They should the most important thing is they should have visuals, and they should have novel. No, I'm kidding. They should have words. And also this one's free. There's a second one. There's a sequel too, but this one's free, so not gonna complain about free content. Alright, so we back here. We drowning, and now instead of saying we accept to drown, we basically say don't want to drown. Okay, fight against your fate. Okay, I'm ranging my phone. I like that look on your face. It is a look full of determination. The self-same determination which first prompted me to take an interest in you. What is your knowledge of the day? You eat egg and you get healthy bald head. I can tell that you are not happy with this ending. You did not come all this way after all. The giraffe, very squeaky. That is quite the indecorous device, regardless of how many fine stones and shells the mermaid means to twine through your head after your death. If you wish to carve out a new story for yourself, then I would be only too happy to indulge you. Just try not to get on the bad side, or good side of any homicidal naiads this time. The drowning of fair maidens is something of a cliché. Your fate is once again in your hands. So, at the beginning of this game, we started with, there were 3 choices. The shore, the castle, and the village. We've done all 3. Loik. Alright, have a good loik. We don't have a loik, Ben. Maybe I should do, I've seen people do that, but I don't know, it's a loik. Okay, wait. Okay, so we've done the 3 paths. So what happens now? That's the thing. The narrator seems to have a mind of her own. So maybe we'll meet the narrator. Now I wonder, which path will you take? Oh, sorry, I laughed too hard. Wow. Give up! Amazing! Give up! Hold on, I'm gonna put on my lip balm. Get the lip balm out. It's so funny. What a choice! Wow, let's give up. I give up. So you've come back here, have you? That does not come as much of a surprise. Though presented with 3 potential paths, it is not as though traversing any of them would have any particular impact upon your ultimate fate. She's self-aware. In the end, you were always destined to return here. Did you really think you had a choice? How hopelessly naive of you. I thought that you were smarter than that. Your breath, which once escaped your lips in sharp, ragged gasps, is now on the verge of petering out altogether. Your lungs feel deflated, as though they have been punctured.
Your blood is rushing through your temples in a heady, overwhelming surge. Your stomach, meanwhile, has twisted itself up into knots. Your body feels heavy. Your legs, in particular, they no longer wish to obey you. We die, baby. You take a stumbling step forwards, and your foot gets caught in a tree root. You are certain that you passed this root once already, and that you sidestepped it. But perhaps your memory is beginning to fail you, just like the rest of your body.
That's the foolish thumbnail.
You gasp, surprised, and pitch forwards, dull and senseless like a sack full of potatoes. Your arm hits the ground with a crack, one which makes you cry out in pain. Tears begin to bead on your eyes, wet and salty, tears which you cannot stymie. You are not as resilient as the gravedigger, nor as carefree as the princess. If you lived underwater, like the mermaid, then nobody, at the very least, will be able to tell that you are crying. But you do not, and I can. Believe me, I can. Your arm aches dreadfully, but at least you can still feel it. Your poor feet, meanwhile, have gone quite numb. You would try to stand, had you the energy, but you know, as you sit there dazed, that this would be a futile effort. You cannot stand, not any longer. It hurts too much. You really have been through a lot tonight, haven't you? I fear I have not been very kind to you. But you ought to be accustomed to hardship. Why then are you crying? You always have been a crybaby. That is why they tease you so much. It is because they knew that would be guaranteed a reaction. You are very predictable. Even now, after you tried to borrow my power for your own purposes, you have not changed at all. As you sit there sobbing, you hear, or you think you can hear, footsteps approaching you. There to your right is the snapping of a twig. To your left, the telltale rustle of leaves. Your every sense feels razor sharp, honed to a knife's point by anxiety. You are so panicked, you feel as though you are going to be sick. If you want to vomit, then why not? There is no shame in it. There is nobody here to judge you. Nobody but B.
Well, hello, Northwind. Welcome. We're just about getting to the good part of the story. Buckle up.
I've always been here, you know. I will always be here, no matter how fast you try to run, or how far. Did you really think you could escape me? Poor, sweet child.
What up today? Yandere Yuri visual novel.
Poor little fool. I did tell you, did I not? A contract with a witch is binding. No amount of physical distance between the both of us could ever sever it. I told you I would never let you be lonely, and I meant it. But I have had rather enough of these little games. It is time for me to collect my collateral.
Oh, it is a wish.
A soft gasp escapes your throat as you feel arms wind their way about your back. Naturally, you know whose arms they are. They are mine. I've been watching you all night, but this is the first time I've reached out to you in so direct a manner.
At least she's pretty.
Did you not expect me to be so forward? I can hear your heart fluttering in your chest. It is beating very quickly, like a startled rabbit's. Your breaths are short and sharp. It is a cold night, and though I am holding you, you are still shaking. I wish you would not tremble so. Everybody fears the unknown, but we're not strangers. We have spoken before, have we not, when you first called me forth from the ether, using that book you found in the library?
We didn't brag.
You were desperate enough, then, to turn to the occult for help. You pleaded with me to use my magic for your behalf. You begged me. You implored and you entreated and you wheedled and you whined, and though I had some reservations, you forced my hand.
Oh, well, welcome you then. We just found out that we did black magic and now we're gonna die from the witch. Welcome.
I had no choice, not in the face of your desperation. You did not want to be lonely anymore. You wanted to have a friend, somebody who would always be there for you, no matter what. You wanted somebody to love you. Is that not what you demanded of me? Is that not what I have given you?
It's your first time on Witch, but welcome. It's reading time.
You might think me wicked, but I think you are being awfully cruel yourself to run from me after I made all of your wishes come true. I did think, you know, about punishing you for running away from me. I thought of poking out your eyes so that you might never see anybody other than me. I thought of cutting off your long, lovely hair so that nobody might ever think you beautiful but me. I thought of breaking your legs so that you might never be able to escape from me.
Okay, welcome, Jabdish. That name is very difficult. I think we've got much. We'll wait and see.
I turned all over in my mind, but I am a merciful witch. Though you hurt me, I did not wish to hurt you. You asked, after all, that I love you, and that is what I did. I have drowned you in my love. I have buried you beneath my love.
That was all her in disguise?
I have swallowed you with my love. You have always been a sad, lonely girl, one who has been starved of affection. Nobody has ever cared for you. Your life has been a barren, empty wasteland, one devoid of any fonder feelings. That is why I had to drown you, you see. That is why I had to bury you. It is why I had to swallow you.
I did what people can say, but no, I'm sorry, your name too hard to pronounce. I'm sorry.
In the end, I was doing you a favor. I was doing it all for you. In that sense, you are very lucky. Do you know that? There are few people in the world who have had the privilege of being loved to the brink of insanity quite this many times in one night.
It's possible to guess not that hard.
There are few people in the world who can claim to have been loved by a witch. You have experienced so much love, it ought to have slaked even your unquenchable thirst. You know now what it feels like to be adored. I have more than upheld my end of the bargain. Now, I think it is time that you do the same. From this night forth, you and I will always be together. Then I shall be able to love you endlessly. You will never be lonely again.
Wait, that's it? That's it? We don't get witch done? And that was it? I thought there'd be a bit more. Oh, that was it. We gave up. What's the extra? Let me check the extra gallery. That's it. That's all the way we died. Eh? Eh? That's a fishing one. Can't be right. I thought we got the witch one. No, we didn't get the witch. Wait. Hold up. We did. Oh, we're supposed to get the witch one, right? Why is it not here? Unless it's supposed to be here. Wait, double. What? No, that can't be. No. Is that 4? Wait, that's credit. No. No, wait, is that more? Wait, hold on. What if it's not? Wait, I skip it. Wait, what? Did I skip it? No, this is the same. But I cannot. Can I skip it? Wait, what is it? I treated oh no, wait! This is different! Looks like the chubby fingers of a witch is far older than I. Wait, this is okay, we start from the beginning. Hold on, they can't, it's not just in. You are running through a forest, but this shouldn't come as a surprise to you. You've been here before, haven't you? It is beginning to feel like you've been running for a long time, but the sun, despite the overwhelming weariness which assails your legs, has yet to rise. Why, I wonder, could that be? You are sure, as you run, that you have seen this already. You have seen the fractal pattern of the moon's milky glow as it spills on the uneven forest floor, and the trees which jut out of the earth like eerie monuments to a foreign god. You have seen wicked brambles which ought to ensnare you, and, I might add, succeeded, and tree roots hooked like the choppy fingers of witches far older than I, which sought to trip you. You have cut your feet, you have torn your skirt, you have taken numerous paths, yet they all ended in failure. Once you had hope, now it is gone. You have already given in to me, so why are you still running? Why are you running? Silly girl, did you really think you could escape from me after all I have subjected you to already? There is no use trying to escape from my embrace, and if I may be so bold, I am hurt that you would even attempt it. Were you not happy with me? I was happy with you, but no matter. You are a stubborn little shit. It's chit, and it's the way I pronounce it sounds like the S word. And perhaps you think that things will be different this time round. That is why you began to run. I can see, despite the fear in your eyes, that your resolve has not burnt out, not just yet. A spark of it still remains, a spark that I mean to extinguish for good. It is pointless, you know, trying to escape from a witch's curse in this forest of phantasmagoria, constructed from my own powers. I am a creator goddess, Mother Earth, if you will. Oh gosh, she's Earth! It does not matter how quickly you run, trampling the tall grass and the loose leaves and ugly, spotted mushrooms underfoot. I still have you right where I want you, in the palm of my hand. I will not let you get away that easily, but very well. If you insist on playing this little game, then I will indulge you. I will play along. We can do this all over again. Now, where were we? Oh yes. You are still running through a forest. It is late at night, and the sky is as black as pitch. There is nothing to light your way, save for the moon's milky glow, but its rays cannot reach you, not properly. The trees which surround you, it's still this kind of same, jutting out of the earth like eerie monuments to a foreign god, are blotting out most of the line. You cannot see where you are going, even if you have commenced your flight at a board. Wait, this is the same as earlier. No, I still can't skip it. Hold on. Can it be skipped? Skip red text. Yeah, it should be red text. Okay, no, it's still new. You have no map, no route, no plan, even though it's the same as before. You are running like a frightened animal, anxious and nervy, with no destination in mind, none beyond the bulbous, overwhelming impetus to escape. You cannot let yourself be caught, though it is too late, I suppose, for that. You have no choice, therefore, to keep going, on and on and on, though your feet are screaming at you for mercy.
You run and you run and you run until at long last you reach a fork in the road. Is it going to be the same? There are 3 paths which split off through the forest. Well, 4 if you count the path down which you came. You cannot exactly double back on yourself though. Why would you? You have put all that effort, after all, into running forwards. Not just once, but twice. I doubt you mean to confront me. How can you, when you are so very afraid? I can hear your teeth chattering, you know. I can see your legs trembling. Your fear rolls off of you in waves, more potent than any perfume. Your anxiety is truly staggering. It is a wonder, really, how you are able to keep putting one foot in front of the other. You will keep putting your feet in front of the other, though, no matter which decision you make. You will not turn back. How could you? You are far too cowardly. Now, the 3 paths are signposted, as well, you know, which would be a strange sight, given you are so deep in the forest. But you ought to be used to strange sights by now. It is dark, but that does not matter. You have seen the signpost before, and you know full well where each path will lead you. I would say that your fate is in your hands, but you and I both know that is incorrect. Your fate is, and always has been, mine to manipulate. Must we really go through this rigmarole again? You won't discover anything new, you know. The mermaid, the gravedigger, and the princess will not deviate from the scripts which have already been prepared for them. I did not, in all honesty, think to furnish any further responses for them. I did not think you would be seeing them again. But no matter. If this is what you want, I shall provide it for you. Go ahead. Throw your life away. Again and again and again. Be drowned by love. Be buried by love. Be consumed by love. Then when you have enough and you can no longer stand, submit yourself once again to my embrace. And let yourself experience the love as precious few humans have ever before had the misfortune of experiencing. God damn it again! Have we scripted all those? It seems like it. Where did my saves go? These are new saves. Okay. I'm gonna try. I'm not gonna read it. I think I will click and then I will read it with my eyes and we'll see if it's the same. She erased it. She did erase it. Okay, we tried show first. We just did that. So you want to go to the shore? Get out of here! What will you discover there, I wonder? This night is far from over and there are any number of adventures still awaiting you. I hope that you prepare for yourself in advance, and I do hope for your sake, David. I have sneaking suspicion. Yeah, that's the same. This is the same. Wait, can I skip it? Oh, this one can be skipped. Okay. We're gonna drown again. Yippee! Okay, maybe it's like we have to go through all the paths again, and then she'd be like, Are you tired yet? That probably is like that. I'll still do a separate save though. But eat the puppy. What? Okay, fine. Okay, we skip. Oh, you still wish to soldier on, do you? That is remarkable, given this is the 2nd time you have been pulled beneath the ocean's surface. I would have thought that you have wanted to give up by now. But no matter, you really are stubborn. I cannot promise a better fate than this awaits you, regardless of what you might choose, but I am willing to indulge you. Let us go back to the beginning once again. Okay, maybe she'll be like, really tired of us eventually. Your face in your hands. At least that is what you once thought. You and I both know, however, that this never was the case. Not now that you belong to me. How much longer can you keep resisting, though? I cannot wait to find out. Oh, okay. Little village. So you want to go to the village? Good idea. Let us see what further trials await you there. The night's far from over. What about a happen? Okay. This is a save. We're gonna get buried now. Alright, well, are we getting buried yet? Around here. Okay, now we got buried. Fight. My, this is certainly unexpected. I'd rather thought, after everything you have been subjected to, you would no longer wish to continue this farce. I was fully prepared for you to forfeit yourself at long last to my loving embrace. I'm ready to embrace you, should you so desire it, and cradle you within my unassailable affection. But it seems you are not ready to submit, not quite yet. Being buried alive twice over has not been enough to diminish your determination. You still wish to fight against me, as if you have any hope of succeeding. Your efforts are all futile. Do you not know that? I am far, far stronger than a skinny human like yourself could ever begin to contemplate. You would be better served if you gave in, but perhaps I have not loved you effusively enough, not just yet. If you are to learn anything, I must first beat it into your thick skull of yours. Will you listen to me then? I only want what is best for you, you know. Hurting you hurts me too. But if that is what you wanted, so be it. Let us go back to the beginning once again.
Wait, hands! Wait, hands! Wait, hands! She's telling me 𝑮𝒂𝒕 𝑹𝒖𝒍𝒆𝒂𝒕. Alright, go to castle.
So you want to go to the castle? Good idea. All decent fairy tales tend to conclude in castles. Once they are beleaguered, put upon heroines, are finally able to wed the handsome princess they once dreamed of. Why bother trying your luck with the shore, which may very well be deserted, or the village will be full of dirty, barefoot peasants? It is far better to skip the suffering and go straight to the grand finale. That is very astute of you. I did not realize you had it in you to be some mercenary. I can only wonder what you will uncover during your blue night meanderings. The night is far from over, and your adventures are only just beginning. I hope only that you have brushed up on your curtsies. It might come in handy when one is interacting with the sovereign. Oh, this is the same. Okay. Skip it. I didn't realize it was escape. Alright, let's time to get in. I'm gonna drink some water. Yeah, so we're getting fight. Oh, you wish to keep going, do you? That is impressive, given this is the second time you have been devoured so heartily. Of all the demises you have experienced, this one is the most gruesome. If you are tired of these repetitions, I would understand. I am not the wicked witch you might think I am, and I would be willing to show you mercy should you want it. But I can tell that you do not want it. Goodness me, you are stubborn. Why, I ask you, do you continue to fight? There is no escape for you, you know. I would never let you leave, no matter how you struggle. But very well, let us go back to the beginning, once again. Your fate is in your hands, or so I once told you. You ought to know now, however, that it was never truly the case. You still belong to me. I'm not going to let you get away from me, not that easily. You can struggle as much as you want, but it will be in vain. It does not matter where you go. I will always find you. I can promise you that much.
Give up, go waste your blood. Okay, let me do a save here. Save here. Can I just... Okay, I have to pick it. Okay, I have to pick it. There's no other option. I'm doing now. Click a doodle. I click the doodle.
There, you see? Are you happy now? I told you that there was no use in repeating this night, yet you failed to listen. You have been drowned, buried, and consumed once more. And for what? Do you feel as though you have made any progress in your attempts to escape from me? Once again, you find yourself as you were at the end of your last foray into my forest full of nightmares. You are kneeling upon the ground, your feet aching, perhaps they are bleeding, and your skirt tattered and torn. You try to inhale, but it hurts. It feels as though your lungs have been punctured by a pair of embroidery scissors. When you swallow, you can taste salt upon your tongue. You blink, but it is so very dark in these woods you fear you cannot see. There is a heavy, leaden weight upon your shoulders. It feels as though somebody is shoveling soil upon you. Your body is cold, as though it has been sapped of all warmth. Your blood, which ought to flow through your veins, feel as though it has been frozen. That, or it has been purged from your body altogether in rust-red goblets. Have you not had enough of this now, silly thing? I'm saying this for your sake, you know, just as much as I am mine. Though I might have trapped you hence, I did it only because I care for you. I want only for you to realize the folly of your ways. Now cease your foolish attempts to escape. They will accomplish nothing save stretching your mind beyond its limitations. It has already, I fear, been stretched thin already. Humans are not designed to die, not as incessantly as you have. One death will be enough to finish most of your kind off, yet you have endured 6 of them. You do not want to go through that again, do you? Then do not run from me. Let me console you. Let me embrace you. Let me love you. What do you say to that? Whoa! What is still just like one option. I guess I'll click it. Cat got your tongue, I love your hair sound. Thank you, good boy. Cat got your tongue, Well, no matter. You will not need your tongue to speak while we are together. It is an unnecessary appendage, however much you might wish, one day, to whisper sweet nothings to me. I'm an all-powerful witch after all, and I can hear all of your thoughts. I know what you're thinking. Well, I guess we keep clicking. Yes, that is right. Silence is golden, as they say. You do not need to speak. Oh, why? What did I walk into? Oh, we died 6 times? Welcome, Siren. This is a witch. We signed a contract with her, and she coming to get us. You do not need to blink. You do not even need to breathe. Now that you are finally mine, I will cut off your tongue, and I will pluck out your pretty little eyes, and I will... No! I beg your pardon? What was that, dear one? Oh, we're standing up for ourselves. I said no! I am not your dear one. Oh, this is a nice little thing with the dialogue. Cause she never could talk. It was only the narrator talk for her. I never wanted this. What? You would defy me still, after all you have endured. Were 6 deaths not enough for you, you gluttonous girl? Do you wish for more? I just wish for a friend. I didn't want to be lonely. But you ensnared me. You tricked me. Well, I never. What bold accusations. They're not true, though, you know. They are bald-faced lies. I did nothing of the sort. My name might begin in a similar fashion, but I am no 𝑪𝒓𝒂𝒕. I was very upfront when we first met. I said, if you wish to make a contract with me, it will cost you. It is your own fault that you did not listen. You accepted my terms, and now you are paying the price. Now, if you will come with me, my dear. I am not your dear. Really now, this has all become rather tiresome. I must insist that you cease this childish outburst at once, or else... Or else what? Will you cut off my tongue? Will you pluck out my eyes? You already stole my name, but it's coming back to me. What? No, that should be impossible. You gave your name to me. You gave your soul to me. You pledged your heart and your body to me, and now I want them back. I'm tired of these games too. Medea, you remember my name. I do now. You're called Medea, and I... No, stop it. I'm called Roseanne. It can't be. I knew you were stubborn, but... I learned how to be stubborn. I'm used to being bullied. You're just like the others. I'm not afraid of you anymore. You took everything from me. And now I'm taking it back. No, you can't. Rosette, please. Don't go. Don't leave me. We made a contract, you and I. You said that you wanted a friend, and I promised to be that friend. I promised that I would always be there for you. Do you really mean to abandon me? That was the general idea. And what of me? What am I supposed to do? You can rot for all I care. What? No! Rosette! I call after you're retreating back, but you do not heed my words. You do not turn your head. Once it was you who knelt in the dirt, your clothes tattered and torn, your dignity alongside it. You were so vulnerable then, and you were so very, very beautiful. In a perverse way, however, I think you might look even more beautiful now that you are walking away from me. That is the thing you humans say, is it not? You never realize just how much you value something until you no longer have it. It does not hold true in my case, however. I knew you were a precious find when you first summoned me. Your fiery determination, even in the face of extreme hardship, endeared you to me. I thought you very noble, really, how you had survived for so long in an environment which was so very hostile. For a human, I thought you were remarkable. That is why I decided to form a contract with you. I thought, with a human like you by my side, my own life of empty, endless wandering might not be so lonely. Goodness me, I must be growing sentimental in my old age. Now you are not the one upon the ground. It is I. I could keep calling for you, but I know it would do no good. You will not turn back from me now, not when I have caused you so much suffering. I did not mean to hurt you so, though. I truly did love you, albeit in my own way. In the end, however, I suppose the love of a witch was too much even for you to endure. Now there is nothing but the milky moonlight and the trees which jut out of the earth about me. They look like monuments built in honor of a foreign god. They look like nothing from the world that you knew, Rosette, because they are not of your world. They are of mine. Now you have fled from me, like a bird let loose from its cage. I fear I will never see you again. I will be on my own, in this forest, for all of eternity, or until another silly little girl with stars in her eyes and dreams in her heart summons me once more. It has happened a handful of times in the past. It might one day happen again. Until that day, however, I will lie here among the foliage and the fog, and I will close my eyes. I will let myself dream, and enrobed in the undulating mist, I shall think to myself, it gets so lonely here.
I told you up! I think that wrapped up quite well. It makes it yoink you and be like, nope, only bad end, but it seemed like there's more. And we got that final picture of her standing up for herself, saying no to all these yandere waifus. That was good read. Yeah, it ended nicely. Actually, I'm kind of curious. Does it start the same way? Does it start the same way? Oh wait, it's different! Hold up. I am sitting in a forest. It's first person now. It is late at night and the sky is as black as pitch. There is nothing to light my way, save for the moon's milky glow, but its rays cannot reach me, not properly. The trees which surround me, jutting out of the earth like eerie embodiments of a foreign god, are blotting out most of the light. If I were running, I would not be able to see where I was going, but such concerns are trivial to me. There is nowhere, after all, for me to run to. I am all alone. You have abandoned me. You made a contract with me once when you wished for a friend. It was a contract I swore I would fulfill upon my good name, but you betrayed me. Oh, Rosette, why did you have to go?
My days were intolerably dull and tedious without you to abuse me. Your company slaked my boredom nicely. But now that you have gone, that boredom has returned fourfold. It is so consuming, I fear I might go mad from it, if I have not, granted, gone mad already. If only there was another mortal out there, one who might keep me company. If only. Oh? Oh no, what poor soul is coming in? Perhaps I spoke too soon. It would seem that another has intruded upon my moonlit solitude after all, far more quickly than I was expecting. How very fortuitous. Well met, stranger. Does the moon not look beautiful tonight? Why, it is almost as if our encounter were preordained by a being far greater than the both of us. But that, of course, is a foolish thought. There are few beings out there more powerful than myself. Now then, would you care to create a contract with me and relieve the events of this night anew? No! Go away. Oh, do you not wish to stay with me, dear one? Very well. You are awfully cruel, but I can understand how you feel. I am a benevolent witch, regardless of what some people might say, and I would never force you to do anything, not against your will. My love is, and always has been, reciprocal in nature. Though she did not appreciate that. Now, if that is all, would you like to run along? No good can come of, of soliciting with witches in the dead of night. You had best be on your way, and quickly. Otherwise, I might just change my mind. After all. Can you drop again? Uh-oh. Wait, I'm kind of curious. If I click the other one, does it like reset or something? Okay, that's kind of funny. It's kind of funny. I think we can just start. Oh, are you still here? It knows. I thought that I already sent you on your way. You certainly are a stubborn child. That you are a very cruel one, to take delight in my suffering as you are. Now don't just stand there. If there's something you wish to tell me, I will bid that you tell it. Have you reconsidered my earlier offer? Oh, I keep saying no. Oh, you don't wish to stay? Oh, this is it. Oh, I guess you can only say yes. Okay, now you repeat. Okay, fine. Hold on. Maybe. Would you like to pick a contract? Very good. Now come to me, dear one. You are lonely too, I can tell. The scent of loneliness positively rolls off you, much like mist in the early morning. Sniffer! Oh come, do not look so surprised. It was not at all a difficult guess. Why else would you be spending time with me? Had you anything better to do with your time? We are all lonely here. In that sense, we might not be so very dissimilar, you and I. Spare like an eat? Oh no! Though I might be a witch and you a human, I am not a stranger to the complicated emotions of your kind. I was a human myself once upon a time, though it was a very, very long time ago. Now come to me, and I shall tell you a story. I will tell you a story of a girl running through the forest without ceasing. A girl entrapped in the patchwork fairy tale world with no beginning and no end. My story will unravel, unbroken, from now until the end of time. And if you allow yourself to be submerged within it, we need never be lonely again. Okay, I think if I click start now, it's just gonna be the beginning of the game. Oh, never mind! It crashed! The game was like, no, you're done for real. The game shut itself off. Wait. Oh, that was fun. I like how it rolled out in the rain. It kind of wrapped itself up nicely. At first, you might think, oh, it kind of repetitive, which is like it's fine because like it's free, but then it do kind of wrap up nicely in the end. And then you expect it to be done with the first back end, but then you click start again, and it's like wait, oh, shaken.
𝒂𝒏𝒂𝒕 Wild Ride indeed. Actually, first game, that's the second one. I'm not sure if I think it's shorter though. It's shorter, but this one is 50,000 words. The next one is 18k words, so not even like half the length. Not sure if we can we might be able to finish it in one. But yeah, there's a second one. What? Yeah, there's a second one. Yeah, it's like a. I'm not sure if there's a third. I don't think there's a third. But yeah, there's a second one. Yeah, the first one came out. When did it come out? Oh, hold on. I don't know when it came out. At least 2023 came out, and then the second one came out 2024. They might be working on more. Much shorter. The person who wrote this had done other visual novels too, but I think the other ones are paid. I think so it is. Let me check a dooski. Oh wow, they got Steam page as well. Oh yeah, that's a lot of visual novels. That's like, wait, they done 46 games? They wrote a lot of visual novels. Jeez Louise on the Christmas cheese. And that's only the Steam page. Let me look at some of them. I'm looking at it on my thing. I guess they do the writing and then somebody else does the art. What a time. What a time. Oh, but I wish I could write that fast. Holy moly. But I guess to be fair, it probably did. If you like really get into writing, I suppose you can write pretty fast. Or maybe they didn't do all the writing for all the other games. Maybe they did some of the writing. Keep it time. I'm doing. I'm gonna drink my water. I've been talking a lot. My voice started giving out probably like an hour ago. Like, it's still fine.
Oh my god!
Super chatted $5.
Super chat?
We saw the Briar demo
oh my god.
stream. Long hair to short hair into bald _ Briar bald.
I can do that even without the. I can do that. Hold on. I can long hair, short hair, bald. Hold on. I can do that. I just need to get the thing. Okay. Where is no, short hair is. Oh wait, short hair is up here. Short hair. Boobity-boo. Babidi-bee. Babidi-bee. And then I can also do. 𝑪𝒓𝒂𝒕. Sugar, short hair. This is shorter. Bald. Sugar. It doesn't breathe much unless we do it without your toggles. I mean, you can still do it. I can show our faces again. Got Angie. Here we go. We got the heart eyes. But we never use this. Because I'm never in love with anything. Except delicious eggs. I'm kidding. I got the scary but I can do that right now. That's pretty much. And we have glasses. And we have mustache. And we can shrug that off. We can technically do skirt as well. You never get angry. I do. I think I get angry sometimes. I gotta. Wait. It's right of that. Hello, Lucia. We were just wrapping up. But what about your wife? Oh, I do love my wife. That is true. Girl at 5% capacity after that stream. Yeah, big reading. Like I can still talk. I can't read anymore though. Hello, welcome Bjorn, welcome. I was just playing with the 12. I can do boga. What can you do with the tattoo? I can't do it. It's a tattoo. Wait, okay. Oh wait. There's that. Look at the. I got the squid, right? I can also do this. It looks weird when it has the jacket. Show you. So hold on. Gotta be a bit risque for a sec. We can do that. And we can do that and get the beady skin. Okay. That goes back though. Here we go. We'll briefly risque. That make it shine gold like yours. You want me to make my tattoo glow? How risky. Very risky. How dare I show legs? Let me drink my water. How dare I show legs? How dare I show any form of skin? How dare I do that? Headpack. Wait, let the headpack go. You got headpack gonna go. There we go, headpack. I'll do a brain rot. You do a brain rot. I haven't done my brain rot. 90? Oh, that checks out. I had a lot of trouble reading in the beginning of the stream. Because my brain just kind of shut off. Oh, that's my dog. Alright, see whatever. Yeah, I'm not gonna go just yet. But let's see who's on. Is �ဗtuber on? Probably. Oh my god, �ဗtuber is on. It fixes building Minecraft. But we go to �ဗtuber. She was here earlier. Maybe she want an update on whether or not we got drowned. But you can only do it once every 12 hours. Alright, I mean, let me put in the red. She gonna be painting her Warhammer stuff again, as usual. Do you wanna go? You can go. If you wanna stay, you can stay. Thank you, bye now. Thank you for coming. What we do tomorrow, actually, real quick. I should say, what do we do tomorrow? I think we're playing Minecraft tomorrow. I want to know if I drop from 70 to 69 or 69. If it was 69, you would have been pinned in chat. What we do tomorrow? Oh no, we're doing indie games tomorrow. Tomorrow we're doing 4 indie games. Alright, then next day is Minecraft. Alright, bye bye now. Bye bye guys. Bye bye. Oh, that's too deep. I shouldn't play around. My throat is dead. Alright, bye bye now.